The exciting and explosive.
With Ally, spending on what you need.
What's up, people? What's going on? In my married voice, a lot going on. A little severe Cosby boy. It's a lot going on. What's going on?
Real life ATL. Trailer starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This season on Real Life ATL.
I love you to death. I'll do anything for you. You're my heart. Like I'm your heart, you're my heart. And I love you for it.
Are you comfortable bringing him around the room?
You know what? You put a ring on my finger. You kneel down and you say, I love you, blase, blase. That's just not, I'm just not wearing this ring for show. Right. I could have bought my own ring.
But I just didn't want you to end up in, you know, the situation I was in.
Trust me.
And
I'm blackening eyes. I'm busting windows out. I'm going out with a fight because I'm too old to start over.
What am I looking at the difference?
Oh, I just want to show. Oh wait, so this one is with my longer lens. You can see just a little bit more depth.
You just show this to like what the light is. I like this light. Whatever that setting is right there.
Okay.
No, dude, I'm smashed right there. So like, yeah, that's perfect. Yep. I don't want to look. That was really perfect right there. Yep. That was perfect.
You didn't have a feature artist in my thing. Because at first when we did the song, I said, oh bitch, you got another person on the song. Oh, you better give me, like, it was so good. It was so good.
It was so, like, this was an amazing show.
Thank you. So this was to motivate me now to do more shows.
Right.
Go back in back in the game now.
Taiwan, I guess you can actually say this is kind of like our first little date. You've been wanting all this years.
I've been wanting.
Don't blush.
So you didn't want to have no sit down date with me either?
I'm actually looking forward to this today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cause I was like, damn, like that I wanted. You didn't want it either.
I did. I was actually looking forward to this day because I was like, I wonder what he had up his sleeve.
The reason why Jamarco is going off on you.
Don't even
when I told you before what was going to happen, so that guess what happened?
Be a group situation.
Do you know him? I know him when he first got out of jail. I met him. And yes, he had some dealings, okay? What's the name?
Jamarco's like, what's up? Like, I'm at da-da-da-da, like, let's hit it. And then it's giving, I ain't really on that shit today, you know. I'm chilling, da-da-da-da. And she got her feelings. Like,
I am a brand. Like, he's not on my, what is he going to be, a music executive? Is he going to be the person that's going to put together a show?
I mean, put that dick in him again, he right.
No, I have plenty hoes.
Oh, so you don't need him in your area.
I am going across the world. I'm going to meet plenty other fine hoes. Fine hoes. Like, you're not even a fine hoe. You're just a hoe.
Oh, so you was taking dick? Damn, that's crazy. And I thought you was trade.
I'm still
the whole time.
You would call me a cum guzzling bitch.
I came over to you respectful.
That's my value.
Girl, you just showed that you're a piece of shit. Bitch.
And you just showed that you're a piece of shit, bitch.
Shut the fuck up.
You grind on fucking.
He said Lisa's husband. Said not the.
Not a brand. Like he's not on my. He's.
I want to. You ain't want to either. I did. I was actually looking
Why Taiwan so happy for that date?
forward to this day because I was like, I wonder what he got up his sleeve.
The reason why Jamarco is going off on you.
Don't even
When I told you before what was gonna happen,
so that
guess what
be a
happened?
group situation.
Do you know him? I know him when he first got out of
This took me out when Misha said, "What that mean?"
jail. I met him. And yes, he had some dealings, okay? What that mean?
Jamarco's like, what's up? Like, I'm at da 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 da. Like, let's hit it. And then it's giving, I ain't really on that shit today. You know, I'm chilling da da da. And she got her feelings. Like,
I am a brand. Like he's not on my. What is he going to be? A music executive? Is he going to be the person that's going to put together a show?
I mean, put that dick in him again.
No, I have plenty hoes.
Oh, so you don't need him in your area?
I am going across the world. I'm going to meet plenty other fine hoes. Fine hoes. Like you're not even a fine hoe. You just a hoe.
Oh, so you was taking dick? Damn, that's crazy. And I thought you was trade.
I'm still
the whole time.
You would call me a cum guzzling bitch.
I came over to you respectful.
That's my value.
Girl, you just showed that you a piece of shit. Bitch.
And you just showed that you a piece of shit, bitch.
Shut the fuck up.
You grind on fucking.
He said Lisa's husband. Said not the trust me. And I was like, girl, wait, what?
And then this way, the way you want when you talking to my husband. I had to say, well, wait a minute, what's going on?
And Jamie saw me, and Jamie came to me about it. I was like, he must heard it,
right?
But I don't know if it's true. And we see each other, but we don't really, like you said, we don't.
Now you gonna make me want to pop the fuck out your I swear I'm so mad with him because you could have played this. You had to do it that way. You did not. You had to do it that way. And that's why I'm airing all this information out because I'm mad with you.
You ain't showing the real shit? Boy, you ain't showing the real shit because you showed how fake you were. You only proven fake shit. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
You can Google me.
You gossiping about people is fake.
The country boy, tell me what you told me. And he's gonna literally tell you his friend don't fuck with him because he felt that J-Dot meant him in a fucking dream.
You fake as fuck. You really fake as fuck. That's fake, but I just got here to be honest about what I just said.
You really fake as fuck though. And you on drugs? Whoa, wow.
Okay, so this relationship is over.
Child,
Yeah, music trash, he trash, drug head.
Child, you're trash.
Trash what?
Spilla.
What's up?
What's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Taiwan eyes almost lit up when he said a date.
I know, right? Taiwan, you need to make him his own show, like Love Hotel or something.
Yeah, he's giving that why she ain't connect because she trying to hunch on somebody, huh?
Them all the kind of connections. Them all the kind of connections. Taiwan trying to make big Cassie. Let me stop playing with Taiwan because he get mad about that. When you try to portray him like the vixen.
Oh yeah, come on. He don't want to be portrayed like that. Girl, your actions though. Your actions, honey. Your actions, honey. Your actions be giving hot pancake. Just you say over there flipping around in the bed for them bad.
Flipping in the bed like pancakes.
Yeah, so let's start from the top. What did you think about what did you make out this scene right here with Misha and her man when he's saying you are my heart, like I'm your heart, you my heart, and I love you forever. And then it goes
Are you comfortable bringing him around the room?
You know what?
and then they go into Nard asking is she comfortable. What did you make out that scene as far as like I guess proposing, whatever that is, and then you know
I'm gonna say this first. Bitch, I like y'all folks in the long way.
you don't do your down. Yeah.
No, I'm saying because you know what I'm saying. You
Child,
know,
listen. If they put they on a show, they know it come with
I
these things.
know it. I'm sticking my honest opinion. I just wanted to get a disclaimer out. I got to get a
Okay.
disclaimer. 'Cause I still like you.
Not you like Quad with that style at the reunion. When they first reunion, yeah, that style up like that.
Oh yeah.
Delusion.
I just want to know how long did it take him to learn his lines when he came in there and they rehearsed it in the bedroom. I want you to propose to me on the show.
What? It giving it for real? It gave that for real?
It gave produced, by Misha. I
She
mean,
was
that's our first.
she was
That
crying though and emotional.
I mean, scene for the actress.
And sing for the actress.
And scene for the
I never
actress.
thought about that. Hello?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Uh, Phil, I ain't finished hearing what you said. What you said, I fucked it a long way, but
I said the proposal game, y'all, he already proposed to you in the bedroom. You was just like, do it on the show.
And then what you told him, Misha?
no.
I told she was emotional that night. It
Phil is so messy.
Nah, I don't think Misha did
Nah,
it.
I feel like it was a real proposal. I thought it happened another day. He just
Oh, and
did
she just said did it on
That was
camera.
my birthday.
Oh yeah, that was her birthday
Oh, it
celebration.
was her birthday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is kind of when her stuff gets something gets stolen. What was it, your perfume?
Right.
And it's
Who stole your perfume?
The verdict's still out on that one.
Well,
or
what kind? What kind was it? 'Cause I know I
The
still be
new
smelling.
the new Jador.
Okay. Well, if you smell that, but you know who got it. I'll let you know.
It might have dropped though too, Misha.
Where?
I'm just throwing. I don't know. Do you think? Let me ask you. Do you feel like somebody stole it, or you feel like?
Somebody had to, because it was like it was there and then it wasn't. We checked the trunk of the car, we checked the inside of the car, and if you drop a bottle of perfume, you're gonna hear it hit the concrete. You're gonna hear it hit the
Exactly.
ground.
Yeah.
You know.
Was it in
So
the box though?
it was in its own separate box.
But you might not have heard a box because a box is made for light.
No.
Who you think got it, Misha?
I I don't know. I don't know, but I'm gonna sniff these hoes since
I
since
feel like you got an idea who you think got it. When you
Yeah.
feel
So
like
I
it,
somebody
don't,
stole it.
because everybody was around us. See how
well, you
everybody.
remember. So allegedly, Jamie had a conversation, which you're gonna see.
Oh, wait a minute, bitch. I'm on my political page. Oh, shit. Hey,
Um,
y'all.
what's up,
What's
Jamie?
up?
Hey,
So Jamie
Hey,
is,
y'all.
So somebody had alleged that possibly the husband felt like Jamie took it or something like that.
yeah, but
Why
like
people
when
think
we
I am a thief? I have never.
No, no, no,
Nah.
no. But I'm saying, didn't somebody say allegedly to watch you or something about it?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Are we naming names or no?
Oh,
Okay,
No,
well,
no,
allegedly, because it ain't came out yet. So allegedly, yeah, somebody did say it, and allegedly, I saw that same person at the kickback last night, with another cast member. But
bitch, did you go? They called me and asked me to come, but I was drunk, honey.
Taiwan.
I mean, who else would I be with?
God.
Did
So
y'all talk?
Yes, and it was a bunch of lies.
Not the lies and deceit of it all at the
It gave
kickback.
very much. It gave very much. Well, I didn't say that. And I'm like, girl. Well, this is what the girls are saying, and I was
When
very
you see,
interested.
and Jamie, when you see the interview with me and him, the sit down with me and him, he's not going. Well, what I took it was he wasn't lying. He said I did say this and I didn't say that and I did say this and I didn't.
Girl,
I swear.
Taiwan, come here.
wait, but I thought he told you, Jamie, that the man said to watch you.
He did, but he
Okay.
also told me last night that he didn't say Taiwan. Hold on, Taiwan. I'm at Taiwan house, y'all.
Hey, Taiwan.
What's going on, Misha?
Hey,
So say
someone.
what y'all was saying.
What I'm saying,
Okay,
you remember
when
originally it was told that he came to you and said that the husband said he had an inkling about you, right? Then
That's
how
what
it's
he said. Yes.
right, okay.
Yes.
So he's
So
saying
and
something different now.
so remember last night when he was talking to me or whatever, Tawan, he was basically trying to gas me with these lies and stuff like that. There's Misha is saying that when they sat down, he said he didn't say all of that. So now it's lies on top of lies on top of lies.
because when me and him had to sit down, the question did come up. I said because my husband doesn't even know Jamie.
No,
He
yeah,
knows people by their face, but
Yeah.
he doesn't know people. This boy could barely put a whole subject and predicate together in English. So he doesn't know. Like when we were sitting there the night that we talked about it, I said, "Baby, who is Jamie? What did he do?" He
Yeah.
like looking around like he looking for his fucking passport. So
Just tell the truth. The truth
But
should
then
set you
to make
free.
matters
You know, right,
worse,
country, right,
when it
country
came
boy.
to Country Boy, he was saying he didn't like that didn't happen. He said the amount of money didn't happen.
oh,
What he
Jamarco,
mean
I'm
about
trying to
the money?
like you, honey. I'm trying to like you.
What he
I'm
mean
just
about?
Man, y'all can't be lying on Jamie like that. Jamie
I'm
trying to do
saying
stuff
what
in
he
the
mean about the
community.
amount of
Jamie
money.
trying to get out there
he was
and
saying
worse.
that he don't know where the rumor about the $500 came from and stuff like that because he never said that.
He told me that that country boy wanted. We was in a club. So this is the night that
We
we had
was
the conversation.
we was at a kickback last night.
I know he probably. I'm saying that's how I knew about the money text because I didn't know about the money text until he told me. So when Country Boy showed me the text, it was about $30 or something. The amount.
Yeah, and I saw that text too.
No, so he never said. He said that he told me. That was where he said he not understanding why Country Boy pulled back because he alluded to maybe it's because when he asked for money, um,
Well,
he
Greg, I never asked him for amount of money in the text message. It wasn't. I no, it wasn't no 30, no 500. It wasn't nothing.
Well, country
no,
boy,
I know that
you
because
asked for
at that
country boy, you
time
asked for
though he
cash
had
outs.
showed me the phone, but I don't quite remember the amount. But he said like he said he didn't say that's why you was mad at him. He just was like I'm not sure because I was like why did you and Country fall out? Because I'm thinking y'all that didn't make sense to me because I'm thinking all of this is because of you took his side with Jada. So to me,
So
Country Boy should be the main one. He was just like we was just going through scenarios, and he was like, "Well, the only thing I could think of is when he asked me for the money," and I was like, "He asked you for money, and that's what."
Listen, that ain't even country boy. Country boy,
Country boy, you asked for borrow
already.
money. You asked for money enough.
Really?
listen, and I need 25. Be
Listen,
asking. I,
Yeah, 25.
And
I'm about to start running for office again. I need all the money I can
that
take.
was
Cause
that
Exactly.
same
and
night.
to
That's the same
and
night
to
that
ask
boy
and to
had
ask
came
you,
up to us and told us about Misha Boy. But like he said, like I say, because he didn't say that's why you was mad at him. He just said we were just running through scenarios. Like I was like, it don't make sense. He was like, well, the only thing I could think of. Then I seen a text message after the money was whatever, however the money was talked about. You and him was still talking. I was like, y'all still talking right here. And he was like, yeah, I know.
exactly.
So it don't make sense.
right?
Mad at me. So
And I
that's
wouldn't even
all
and I
that.
wouldn't even ask him for that much amount of money because I don't even know you like that to be asking for money.
I,
That's a
I
bomb move on my behalf.
I think Homeboy was trying to save face, and that's it. Because when I didn't even see him last night because this is I think what's the last time I saw him before this Country Boy a week ago or something like that in
It was
Buttons.
like a week ago.
And I didn't even approach him then, and so he approached me then, and he approached me last night,
Mhm.
and he was like, well, can we talk about it? I'm like, girl, I don't really want to talk. No shade. And then
Why the
Oh,
girls be
it
trying to lie on
started,
the real niggas?
especially with the Misha perfume. This was going on for 4 weeks, and I didn't know nothing about it. I found out about it at the GDR festival. So when
yeah,
Jamie, we was at the first event, I remember you walked up to me. You was like, something about Misha, how Misha come to you about some perfume, and
yeah,
we had filmed the scene a month ago, and I was
yeah,
like, no. And then when you mentioned it to me, I kept it. I didn't say nothing to nobody. And so when we did the finale, since we was gonna wrap it, I'm like, okay, let me bring up this final point. And I asked Misha, I was like, did you say this? Because they were saying that because the first rumor was not you, Jamie. Who they said it was first? No, it was you. You came to
Yeah,
me.
they never said nobody but it was
No,
never
no, okay,
alleged
no.
nobody
Let's go
but
back.
Jamie.
In
Yeah.
the library when I had to welcome, Jamie came to me and asked me about it. And he was saying, and I was like, no, Misha never mentioned to me about perfume. Like honestly, she never said nothing to me. So
And
she
I
was
did.
when I brought up at the finale, you was kind of shocked. You was like, what? And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, Jamie came to me about it. And Jamie wasn't gonna bring it up on the show. I brought it up on the show because he brought it to me. So that's when I
Right.
brought it up on the show. And I was like,
Well, Jamie, you need to clear your name. You running for office and stuff. You don't want that slanderous
I
going
Well,
know
it's
around.
because
it's it's
that rumor is like can come back and get you because I'm one of them come back and get you kind of girls, honey.
Yeah,
well,
that's
you
why
Even
you
know,
baby
still
be
it
in.
your vice secretary or nothing.
when
oh,
I
when
and then
just
I think
people
Jamie words was to me, you said you asked Taiwan. Taiwan said if production or somebody don't know about it, it's probably not true. It was
it's
something.
probably not true.
It was
And then
something
I
like
went and I went to Nard and asked about it, and Nard said, "Bitch, I might have heard something about it, but I don't know. You know, basically, it's not holding no weight." And then I came to Misha, and I said, "Girl, I really didn't want to bring this to you or whatever, but this was going on." And then when the girls get to like, as people watch the show towards
mm,
the end of the season, we gonna find out what it is and what it ain't.
yeah.
And
exactly.
so, yeah.
Well, I don't think still because I thought because I feel like it started because Misha didn't say nothing to him. Nobody. Then he willingly come to you and just said something to you, Jamie, like Misha husband feel this way, or did Misha them even approach you?
No, Misha didn't even approach me. It was homeboy.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. It wasn't even a big deal because Misha honestly never brought it to the show.
So
And that's
why
my
Misha
thing. I'm
husband think
like,
that Jamie
why?
did it?
Huh?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying with Jamie. Tell me, I was like, what? This a whole storyline. I ain't know nothing about it. Like I said,
But why Misha husband think that though?
but,
He
but they
doesn't.
say it's a lie. That's the
It's
thing.
a
Oh,
Misha
it's a
lie all
saying
the
lie.
way
it's a
Oh,
around.
lie.
He doesn't.
But Jamie saying that the boy told him that, but Misha saying her husband didn't say that. That's where the conflict come in.
And
okay.
Misha's husband and I have never like exchanged words or nothing like that.
It's
So
it's it's a hang by situation. It's not
yes,
like,
very much
oh,
so.
Jamie, there go Jamie over there, baby. Let's go speak to Jamie. He don't know nobody name.
Exactly.
Mm.
It's like since my husband from Ethiopia, you try to take his language barrier and use it against us,
Yeah, because he can't talk, so I'm gonna just say he said it.
right? Because
But
Child.
I will
because
say this here.
when we had to sit
Marco,
down,
when we
he
did
said,
have a
"I'm sorry."
conversation, he did say that he do remember your husband saying it.
And I said, "No, you don't." I said, "My husband don't know, Jamie." He was like, "Well, maybe I was drunk and maybe I was confused." I said, "No, you were drunk and confused."
I'm gonna tell you,
So he
homeboy
did.
and
I will say that he
homeboy,
stood by that
y'all,
your husband
homeboy
did
and
tell
I,
him.
we was
I
at
did know that. He
Bulldogs,
stood by that.
and
Misha husband did tell him that. He's told me that like right before Misha showed up to film, and he kind of mentioned it while Misha family and Misha was like, he didn't say that. So I do know for sure it don't seem like he bagging down off that part about
homeboy and I was at Bulldogs where everything go down. Girl.
Oh, yeah, it go down
and
enough.
the history of real life reality, everything go down at Bulldogs allegedly.
Everything go down enough.
Baby.
They go.
And homeboy told me, like, you might want to watch your distance because Misa's husband don't trust you like that.
Mm.
And I was like, well, that's funny.
So
Why?
Misha,
Because
you
we
sure? Well, I ain't gonna say sure, but from your recollection, your husband never came to you about
I
Jamie.
don't believe
No,
that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
no.
Not for one
I
now.
don't
One night,
Not
believe
one
I
it.
do
bit.
remember one night we were all out and it came up. He started. This is the night that he. Let me stop. Let me stop. He said Jamie. He said it. He
Oh,
said
so
Jamie.
Jamarco said Jamie.
DeMarco said it.
Oh,
And
child.
Emmanuel said, "Who is Jamie? Because I want my wife stuff. I bought that." So him and Emmanuel, somebody pulled me off. And how they hug and kiss on me. Somebody
Oh
pulled me
yeah,
off.
I do remember you saying that. You said, but you were still listening or
I was
looking at
still
the
listening.
conversation.
And
Yes,
all
I
I
do.
could hear was he said, "I'm gonna show him to you when I see him again when we all out again."
That's what homeboy said.
That's
What?
what DeMarco said. So
That's
when
crazy.
when Emmanuel, which is my husband, came back to me. He said, "Baby, who is Jamie? Who is Jamie?" I said,
Oh, it
"Jamie,
makes sense
you
now.
know
Yeah.
Jamie." And I said, "Don't worry about that, baby." I said, "Because it's a lie. Don't worry about it."
Oh, so your husband only was
Mm.
saying Jamie because you saying
He led
Jamarco
him to
told him
say
that.
it. So when the situation came up at the sit down with us, when I said no, you said Jamie's name. I said, "My husband followed your lead. My husband doesn't know Jamie." He said, I might be drunk. I might have was drunk. I don't remember exactly. I might have been
Girl.
drunk.
Well,
I,
I noticed
I
something in
said
this
to him,
case
I said,
who got
baby,
this your door.
when I had the conversation with my husband after the sit down, I said, baby, you can't be friends with my friends.
Mm.
Mm.
You can and you can ask him. He's in the bed. I'm in the bathroom. He's in the bed. I said, baby, you can't be friends with my friends. They're gonna do stuff to you that is undercut because they're
Yeah,
not.
that's shady.
You
Mm.
can't just be friends with my friends. And he was like, oh, okay. That's why when he come, he want to sit over here. If you
Yeah,
don't ask him to get on camera, he doesn't because
yeah,
you can't. It's a sticky situation when you're dealing with theft. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Oh
Especially
yeah,
on
So,
yeah.
so, okay,
camera.
so for
And
clarity, you're saying that your husband only was saying Jamie to see who Jamie was after Jamarco put it in his page.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
When we went to Bulldogs, this is when, just like I said, when you look at the other scene where we talked about it, I said every time Jamarco talking to my husband, he rubbing on his head.
Yeah, you did say that. You said
So
that.
Rubbing on his
this is the
head.
particular night my
That rubbing
husband
on
was
the
like,
head.
bro, don't do that.
It
Stop
Mm.
sounded
doing that.
it sounded like Jamarco got the perfume.
So
And he's trying to throw it off to say
he's
Jamie got
feeling
it.
you messy.
He trying to like 'cause if he going if he going around saying people got it, why you so invested in it?
and
Because if
then
I ain't got it, I'm gonna move on. I ain't trying to, you know
exactly.
what I'm
And
saying?
and
That's
see
messy.
my gay stupid ass, just like I said with Jada, I sit my ass there and I listen to these sob stories and I start saying, well, Misha, maybe you was wrong. Misha said, look, nobody said Jamie name but you. Because little do everybody know, I
Because I
called
would say that
Nard.
night when you asked your husband, because you did a test, you said husband, you said baby, point Jamie out. And
And
everybody was
Jamie sitting
looking
there
around,
smiling.
smiling. He
Jamie
didn't know
sitting
who
right
Jamie
in front
was.
of him,
Yeah,
smiling.
That's
he didn't know who
crazy.
Jamie was.
Mm.
At least,
And
That's
then
yeah,
the,
unless he
the
was
thing
an
about it
actor.
is, I told nobody. I called Nard. I
Yeah,
say, Nard.
you didn't never tell me. Come tell you the only reason I find because Jamie like
I
this my
told nobody.
nigga. You
I
didn't say
called
nothing.
Nard. I say, Nard. I said, did you hear about or did you see my perfume or whatever? Because what I didn't see Emmanuel about. I didn't see Emmanuel about it. I don't know how much he paid for, but I was in the mall with him, but I didn't see him buy it. He ran out to the car while I was trying on clothes. He bought it. He ran out to the car and put it in the trunk of the car. This boy never showed me anything until we got to the filming that night. That's why I was crying because I didn't. I'm like, I'm sleeping with this motherfucker. This motherfucker ain't showed me shit. So when it happened, I was shocked. So when we get home, because I got drunk, I went to me, my friend, um, Taiwan, and my husband went to Opium. We had a section in Opium for my
Opium.
birthday.
I
Oh,
remember
Taiwan
that
came?
night. I remember that night because I almost went.
Yes, because I was asking everybody to come.
Yep.
I think
Mhm.
Greg, the only person I didn't ask. I asked
Hmm.
everybody but Greg. Nobody because Nord was supposed to come. So when
Yeah, because I
me and
think
all us get there, it
Jamarco
took
picked
me
up
because
Nard.
we left Opium and went to Truth. We didn't come home till like 6 o'clock in the morning. I was gone, y'all. I was drunk. I stayed in the bed 2 days. I missed a VIP with Monica the next
Yeah,
day
I
because
remember
I
that.
was so hungover.
I remember
So I never went back to the trunk of the car. I never went back to the car to check on the perfume and stuff. It's locked in
Oh,
the
so
trunk of my
y'all didn't
car.
notice the perfume was missing till days later, is what you saying?
Never knew until like 3 days later.
Gotcha.
Damn.
I called Nard. Nard, no, I think Nard called me, and we were talking. And I said, Nard, did you hear anything about my perfume? You know, because I'm missing a bottle of perfume with everything. And Nard said, well, girl, I ain't want to tell you, but it's rumored that Jamie got it. Somebody told me that Jamie got it.
Wait. So how did Nard find out about who did Nard heard it from?
I
Well,
don't know.
I asked Nard when we was at Bulldogs too. I asked him. I said, "Did you hear about this perfume thing going on?" And he said he might have heard it or whatever, but he doesn't really know. He doesn't have like enough evidence, to make
Mm.
to see if it's true or not or whatever. So I asked Nard. So he said he heard about it prior to me.
But I'm saying, how
Exactly.
did
So
Nard
you know
hear
I ain't
about it
lying.
before
That's
Misha
how we
even mentioned
went.
it, though? Is
I
what I'm
never
trying
brought
to
it
say.
up again
I don't know how
until
Nard found out or heard about it before then. Maybe I don't know. I don't want to say him and Jamarco was talking because I don't know their relationship. But I went around the circle. I went to Taiwan. I went to Nard. I went to Misha. I think Misha was the last person. No, I think the
No,
first time that Misha
you
and
didn't
I
mention it to
talked.
Misha. I had brought it up, and that's when
Okay,
You said it to
Yeah, so the last time the when Misha found out that I knew about it was at the finale.
Cause
So I went around the group circle asking everybody if they heard about this because I wanted to make sure if it was a rumor or true or not. And so when I asked Taiwan said, "Well, girl, if it came from her, girl, I would not trust it. I would say it's a rumor and just did it." So I don't know. I guess I don't know who told her.
oh, I wish I'd have went to that kickback and back kicked on. Cause baby,
Oh, last
I
night.
I was summoned to come, but I was drunk. I
Baby,
was
I wish you would have came too.
Yeah,
And I
so
didn't
but
even
okay, I
realize.
get what y'all saying, but I'm saying if Misha haven't even mentioned it, how do
How
Nardo
did
know
Jamie
it's
name get
stolen?
implemented in it? If
Girl,
I never
'cause-
told anybody, how did Jamie's name get
bye,
implemented
honey.
in it? Jamarco told my husband because my husband said, "Baby, who is Jamie?" Somebody told. He told me Jamie got your stuff. I paid for that. I want your stuff. I said, "Baby, don't worry about it. It's gone. It's probably used up by now." And this is like
Mhm.
a week later, maybe not that long, because we was in Bulldog. This is the night that he was rubbing on my husband's head like a motherfucking crystal ball trying to get a fucking fortune. And my husband said, "Don't do that. Stop touching on me like that." So that's when I reached out and grabbed my husband and I said, "Okay, Jamarco, we going inside to get a drink." When my husband, he whispered in my ear, he told me Jamie. I said, "Who?" He said, "Jamie." I said, "Baby, you can't believe everything you hear because you don't become friends with my friends."
Yeah. So Marco said he trying to get some wishes. He rubbing on that genie to get him
So
some wishes.
So I'm telling you, when we talked about it again, we talked about it at the sit down.
Mhm.
He brought it up. I didn't bring it up because I really had forgot about it. This boy done bought me 10 more bottles of perfume since then. I didn't think, and I was like, no, that's not how. No, you said Jamie, and my husband followed suit. You started saying Jamie name. Emmanuel, and like I told him, Emmanuel don't know Jamie. And he was
And
like, "Well, maybe,"
Jamarco?
and he was like, "Maybe I was drunk, and maybe I was drunk, but I'm sorry." And him and Emmanuel had a separate conversation. Cause remember when you were packing up and you was over there taking pictures of me on the wall. Him and he had done pull Emmanuel up, and Emmanuel said he was saying, "I'm sorry." Stop. Let Emmanuel say what he was saying.
Mm.
Emmanuel, when we were sitting down, remember the last time we talked to Jamarco when um he was taking pictures of me on the wall, and I was doing my little interview on the wall. What did he whisper and tell you?
That one of them had it.
No, not that time. When we were sitting, remember we sat outside the last time. Me, you, Jamarco, and Greg when they were filming me and Jamarco.
Yeah. Oh, I apologize.
Yeah. What did he was saying to you?
He said, "I'm sorry." He was saying, "I'm sorry for what he did or whatever."
See, they had a whole separate conversation, and I'm looking at them because I knew this bitch was, a crystal ball toucher. I'm looking at her, but I'm not hearing what they saying. So Emmanuel told me in the car, he was saying he's sorry for, all the stuff that he said, or, he didn't mean to say that. Maybe he was drunk and this, that, and the third. The same thing that he said at the sit down with me was the same thing he got up and said to Emmanuel when Greg was taking pictures of me on the wall. My thing now is, I'm not sorry for what I was saying on the other thing because you can't throw a rock and hide your hand. You can't because remember me and Jamie had just had words on live maybe 2 weeks before that. Remember?
I remember y'all had words on live.
I was saying, Jamie, how could you check out when you were there
Oh yeah,
at
no,
the
no,
fight?
I get what you're saying though. Yeah, I see, and you was mad about the fact of why because like I said again too, I'm still trying to figure out how did Nard know if Misha not even.
Yeah, Misha never said that. How did he know
Oh,
all that?
I promise. I called Nord and I said, Nord, did you hear
So
any?
when
I
you
said,
called Nard, Misha, he had already knew is what I'm trying to say.
yes, he had to. It had to
How
be a
did he know?
conversation. It had to be another conversation had to be had because Nord said, I did hear something about it, but quiet as kept. They said Jamie got it.
What?
I swear on everything I love, I never was gonna tell anybody. But you're not gonna throw my husband under the bus.
Yeah, so
This
You're
man,
not gonna
no,
put
you're
my
not
name
gonna
in
do
some
that.
shit
This
I
boy
ain't
don't
had nothing
know
to do
English
with.
so
like
he
that.
telling people about something that's missing that Misha ain't even told nobody is missing
Yeah,
yet.
that's what I'm saying. If Misha not saying it missing, how do Nard know it's missing? That's the part I'm trying to get y'all to hear. because Nisha said she called Nard and Nard saying this.
Only the person who got it would know that they had got
It
it.
had to be Jamarco or Jamarco. I don't know. It had to be him because you the only one carrying the bone. Nobody else was carrying the bone because I
That's
let
what
it
I'm saying.
go.
Ain't nobody else carrying around but the person who got it.
Ain't
I
nobody else
think
carrying it
I think
around.
that person brought up the bone, and the person who brought up bone carried the bone.
But
Exactly.
like I said, I didn't know
So
nothing about
that's
it
that on
until
that.
the
Who that?
festival
Oh,
days.
Or
These are
maybe he
the first.
wanted that to be his storyline or whatever, and it just didn't work. You get what? Because I feel
But
like
think
on
about it
some
though, it can be your storyline if you ain't bringing it to the camera. Because I didn't know shit about it until
oh,
Jamie mentioned to
oh
me.
yeah. And at that point, it was the end of the season. Hello.
Hmm.
Right. So they were like, that couldn't be it either because I didn't know nothing about it. So when Jamie asked, I was like, they saying you stole some perfume, and like Misha ain't said shit to me.
I didn't say
Came to
nothing.
see him,
Nor
he
the
didn't
only
see
one,
him.
me and Nor the only one had a conversation about it. That
Wow.
was it. I called Nor. I think I called Nor, or he called me because me and Nor used to talk on the phone. Maybe he called me, and it came across our minds, and but I was like, I don't know who got it. I don't know. I was there, but I don't know.
Mm.
See how these conversations and see how these super trailers get you in trouble.
Ooh, it's too much.
Yeah,
It's
that's a
too
lot.
much.
Because
It's
I had questions about that. I was like, he asked about that. I
Yeah.
ain't trying to ruin the show. You know what I'm saying? I just seen it in the trailer and wanted to ask about it.
Yeah. So they'll say it started with that, and then just go down a rabbit hole. Because, like I said, Misha's birthday was a great thing. Nobody got into it, so I'm thinking that's it. So to hear about it at the festival, I was just like, "What? All this happened? Somebody's trying to say," and then it just turned into that. So that's when Jamie was like, "Well, Jamarco did come to me on the club and was like, the man,
and,
whatever."
then I'm
You're
like,
lying now. Marco's lying
don't.
now.
If and then if you gonna lie, don't lie on Emmanuel. Emmanuel is a
Okay.
casualty. He don't know. You know what I'm saying? Don't do
Mhm.
that. You could even say, well, Misha said you got it. You didn't have to say Misha husband. You could have said Misha said it. I
So
was saying
Jamie,
for
you sure that he
myself.
said Emmanuel said you had it?
Yeah.
That's what I was about to say, J Dot. That's what Jamarco said. He
I'm
said
saying he told you that.
yes.
That's
He
crazy.
said to be careful around Misha's husband because because he don't trust you because it was said that you stole her perfume. I'm like, girl, who
Why
said
would you
that?
go and say that?
Who said who said
Who said
No,
that?
why would you go and say
that?
that?
Girl, I don't know because I'm like, girl, we've only had high and by situations and they've always been cool. So like, where this come from?
So you
But
said
it's
at the
like,
party he was saying that he didn't tell you that.
Yes, last night, and Taiwan was sitting right there. Me and Taiwan went to the kickback together last night.
So what is he saying that he told you? Because he had to tell you something about the perfume.
He was saying basically everything was a lie. He was saying that that's not what it was. He even went over, like I said, the country boy thing. And he's like, "Oh, that was a lie. I don't know where that came from." And I'm like, "Girl,"
Oh
He
God.
and I
mentioned
told him, I
you.
said, "Well, that's
Yeah.
interesting because that's not what people are saying." And you
He
told
first
me,
told me that
if
was the
you
night
remember,
that we made up, we talked, and I said the only person because I felt like everybody else. I understood why Misha fell out with him. I understood the other people based upon, but I said it don't make sense that Country Boy y'all not cool. And he said
well,
he was going
Jamarco
through.
also wasn't telling the whole truth about what I fell out because me, Jamarco, and Countrywood was in a group chat, and mysteriously one day, randomly, Jamarco left the group chat, and from there it was a down spiral. I don't know what went on
Yeah, he
outside of
did say
that.
he felt like y'all wasn't supporting him about the J Dot stuff. I think he remember that, but with the Country Boy, he
That's a
didn't.
lie. That's
He
a
was the
lie.
one suggesting about the money because, like I said, I ain't know shit about no money. He said he didn't say that's why Country Boy was mad at him. He was just like, unless he mad about the money thing, and I said he asked you for money. I got like I said, oh, he asked you for money.
Hold on,
I said, yeah.
Greg. About the J Dot thing, I will go back and pull up our old messages or whatever. But we were supporting him with the J
No,
Dot
I don't
thing.
think it was you. I know it was Country Boy and Misha. He was mad at them about how.
No, Country Boy was supporting him, and well, I don't know the Misha part, but in our group messages, Country Boy was supporting him.
And the only reason why I wasn't supporting him because you're not gonna tell me 2 and 2 is 7.
Yeah,
It just doesn't work that way. You gotta say you can't jump up and say I hate a person, or you gotta tell me why when I ask you why instead of saying, oh, if we gonna talk about that, y'all gotta leave.
Those are sausage dogs. But then I would support him as a friend too because I didn't know the whole thing about I didn't know the
yeah.
inner workings. I didn't know what was going on in depth. But as a friend, I was definitely supporting him. I think Country Boy was as well.
And that's why I kept on asking specific questions. I never said somebody told me if asked him a question. J Dot said, this is what J Dot told me. If I went to J Dot, I said, Jamarco said, I never said nobody else. And then when the questions get too hot, you don't want to answer the questions. No. That's what this show is about. Truth. That's why it's a reality show. It's real life. And that's why when
Well,
somebody asks me a question, I say, well, yeah, I did say that, or no, I didn't say that, or it didn't come out that way, or it did come out
Yeah,
that way.
no.
You
He,
can't you
he,
can't
he
switch it
walked
up.
in and told me about the country boy money thing. We was at the table. He told me
You and
on him. He said he didn't say that's why, but he said unless country boy mad him about asking for the money, and I said he asked you for money, and he glanced, pick up his phone, and I seen like a text, but then I see that conversation after the text. They were still talking. I was like, well, he's still talking to you after the text, and I was like, I don't know what it. He was like, well, I don't know what it is, but he ain't say nothing bad.
Why would you say that though? If we still
yeah, why would
talking.
you say that
exactly.
though?
He told me that, like, cause I didn't know you even asked for $20. He said he alluded. He was like, unless he mad at me about money, and I was like, he asked you for money.
But
He
in the
said,
text message though, I never asked for a certain
I
amount of
know,
money.
right? You showed me the text message, but he made me he picked the phone up, so I can't quite remember because we were drinking. But he definitely brought it up. I ain't suggested. No, I just because my thing was it was weird that y'all and him weren't talking because I felt like out of all people, you should have still been cool with him because I understood the Misha situation because with her husband, I understood the J Dot situation, but I didn't understand you and his dynamic. And he the one was like, unless he mad at me about this. And that's exactly where he was
And
told.
then on that phone last night, he was saying he's sorry and this, that, and the
Then
third.
right, then he apologized to me.
I heard it.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what I thought I heard.
Oh, okay.
So if he
The girls
apologized
always
to you,
want to
why
rely
was
on
he
the
trying to
realness.
gaslight me last night at the kickback? That's crazy. That's crazy
I'm
to me.
telling
He
you,
should
they called me
apologize,
on.
but he got to take accountability. He definitely said that now because he brought the money stuff up. I didn't even know nothing about no money.
Yeah,
He said,
he ain't had to say nothing about no money. He could
yeah,
just say
he
he might
said
do
to
me
me
bad to you.
unless he mad at me about money, and I said to him, I said he asked you for money.
And then y'all drunk too. That could go any kind of way.
That was
You
the
under
same
the
night that boy
influence and
came
somebody
up to
showing you text messages.
that same night that boy came up and told us stuff about Misha and stuff. That was all the same night. That's night Spilla was there too. Spilla
Last
had
night I was there. Oh yeah, I just
yeah.
yeah, I
It
came
was
in.
all that
Yeah.
night. He told me that because
Yeah.
he the one brought country because I was trying to figure out why y'all weren't talking. I said that don't make sense. And he was like, unless you mad at me about the money. And that was his
Well,
Jamarco stopped
country
talking
boy,
to me and Jamie. He stopped talking to us. He left the group chat.
He
country boy,
did.
get that boy $20 back so y'all can be back cool.
he
I got
told
him.
me money.
He apologized last night.
He apologized to me.
About
He
the money
apologized
situation.
last night when we was
He
on the live.
apologized for to stop talking to me and everything.
Wait, y'all was together last night?
No,
No,
hell,
we was all on the
hell no.
live. All the cast
Oh,
members
y'all
was
was
on
on
the
a
live.
I don't do fake
girl.
shit.
All the cast members got on the live. Me, Taiwan, him, Nord, and Country Boy. And I was in and out because I was in Bulldog. But they told me to mute my phone, so I mute my phone, so I started listening. And all I could hear him saying was, "I'm sorry for this and I'm sorry for that." And Country Boy like, "Yeah, it's cool." And I'm like, "Okay, girl." And then at the same an hour later, you going over there to somebody else saying, "Oh, girl, my
That is
stomach."
so funny.
Oh, my stomach. I just can't. I just can't. Is that a gay thing?
No, that's a good
Baby,
thing.
I don't know. I'm not even gay
Nah,
no more. I don't know.
that's a fake thing.
Yeah, I'm saying,
Like,
That's a liar.
and it's
That's a
okay.
liar thing.
It's okay to apologize, but you can't rewrite history. You said about the money thing. I
Right.
didn't want to make that up. You told me that you didn't say that's why he was mad at you, but you said you alluded to that, and there could be a possible reason.
He knew why we stopped talking. That's why he apologized. I didn't apologize for shit.
Yeah, he didn't tell me all
and
that.
that's crazy.
He was just me and him was just trying to run through scenarios on why you and him weren't cool. I didn't know who stopped talking to who. I was just like, that don't make sense for y'all not to be talking when y'all was, you took up for him. I feel like Jamarcus.
Do it.
Right.
Do it play out on the show while y'all not cool, or it happen off camera?
That
At,
is so
That
crazy.
was
it's kind of at the end. You gonna hear, I guess, more of country boy side because it was like, I don't know, like I say, just to make sense. It wasn't like nothing that was verbally said.
Because
It
it
was just
was a lie.
right.
That's why I didn't make sense, because it was a lie.
And then the other thing about it, when I went, because I told him at the sit down, I said, you need to call him. I said, but if I said, now if you're gonna be his real friend, you need to apologize and be his
and he
real friend. I
said
said,
then
because Country
when
Boy
Nisha said
takes
that, what he
he
tell
takes
you?
that word seriously.
What did he say? He was like, I don't know why we stopped talking. He told me that too.
Well, and my thing is,
He
and
knew.
I get it that he sat down with Misha, but if it was anybody, he should have sat down and no, whatever the Misha,
But
and
think about
probably
him and Country Boy wasn't thing. It wasn't on the show necessarily. It wasn't something verbalized. It just you kind of knew based up on behind the scene conversation. So that's why me and him was having the conversation at the club on what was the breakdown in their relationship. Because he was like, I haven't talked to Country Boy since
uh,
whatever. So we just having a conversation about the breakdown and the scenario. We were just talking about everything. And he just, like I said, out the blue, brought up the money part.
I
And I
don't know.
said
I
to
still
him,
feel like they should have sat down. No shade,
mm,
because if we don't know why it was brought on camera, if it is anybody you need to sit down with, it should have been Country Boy. No shade.
And it's crazy because even when he left the group chat, I still was talking to him because I invited him to come to the festival.
Yeah, because we thought he was
And
gonna
he
come.
popped up.
Remember?
You remember Greg? He popped up.
yeah. Hmm.
Yeah,
Uh.
And then when
that's
he
so
popped
crazy.
up, he gonna use my name. Tell me, I come to see Misha.
But the
Dang.
finale at this point, we still don't know about the perfume because the finale haven't even filmed yet. Because the finale was filmed in January. The December was when the festival happened. So I'm still not knowing that all this, your stuff was stolen from you.
Cause he put us out there. He put us out his thing early in the season.
His cousin's thing.
Well, yeah, his
Like
cousin thing.
October or
And
November.
you know what? Truth be told, that's why I didn't go last night because I thought it was him. I said, baby, I don't want to go over there
No.
to get put out
Oh,
again.
Misha, girl, I wish you would have showed up. That would have been a key.
I was dry. I promise you, when I left out of Bulldog, and I said, baby, pull up the address.
And you
He
said
said,
only
we
real
like
thing.
10 minutes away. I
Yeah,
said,
because it was in the
Jamie,
city.
so let me ask you this again. So you saying that he retracting that he ever told you that? What is he saying that he told you that? Is he trying to say you lying on him?
For me,
Yeah. So you saying that he's
he
saying
was
that
he was saying basically none of like what was said happened. He said that he didn't say that. I'm like, Jamarco, you told me that you told me to watch out for Misha husband because he's
but the
thinking that
weird thing at Misha sit down, he didn't change that. He said that your well no, he didn't say he told you. He just said
I
a
te-
man you told
I'm
him.
telling you when he pulled Jamarco. I didn't even see Jamarco come in the kickback last night. Jamarco walked. Jamarco walked up to me and was like, "Brother, we need to talk." I said, "Girl, about what?" And so he was like, "Well, that's a lot going on." I said, "Yeah, I've heard." And so then he was like, "Well, basically, what the girls are saying, what the streets are saying is not true." I said, "Well, Jamarco, you told me to watch out for Misa's husband because he doesn't trust me because he thinks that I sold a perfume.
Mhm.
You told me
So,
that."
so who is lying on DeMarco? Who he saying lying on him?
nobody, because he the one started it.
What Jamie's saying that he's saying he didn't say that. That's the thing. That I'm like, so he trying to say that you just making up something?
Well, huh?
I'm saying so if he's saying that he didn't tell you that and you what how you get that though? That's what I'm trying like
Because he was lying. It was all a lie.
The
Like
lies, the lies, the lies.
he, I feel like he made this shit up, and he's so like most people who it's their first time doing reality TV, they know this shit is about to air, and they're trying to cover their ass.
That's sound like what he doing. He trying to like get good with everybody,
But
but
you still,
I'm
get
but
but it
that,
don't
but
make
how?
sense. Okay, this is the only part that makes sense because when him and Misha even sat down,
Pass me a paper towel, please.
when him and Misha sat down, he
Hold on
was
one second.
firm about Misha husband telling him Jamie name. He was firm on that. He didn't waver on that. He didn't change because even when we sat down that day before Misha got there, he was like, "No, her husband told me that," and he can mention it while she was sitting down.
He
So
did
And that's the
mention
thing.
it.
That's
He
the thing.
did.
That's the thing, though. Now we got to figure out who told Jamarco that because he's still
he
Misha
said
husband didn't
Jamarco.
say that.
husband. He
But he
said
said he didn't say that. If he didn't say that, where it came from.
Jamarco.
That's what I'm
He tried to
saying.
get the weakest link out the bunch to throw that caper on. And then because I asked him, I remember asking him, I told him, I said, my husband don't know nobody, none of us by name. He don't know none of them by name. So he did not, and he was like, well, maybe I was drunk.
Yeah,
I
so
said,
so
you
he
was
did say
drunk.
something like that after you said that. But he before you got there, he was not changing his tone. He said for sure your husband did say that to him.
Now, let me ask you this. Let's go back. Let's go back in the discography. Let's go back. Jamie's name has never been brought up in none of the scenes because Jamie only filmed with us one or two times before the perfume got stole.
Right, true.
So I would if I was from another country and barely knew English, I would have picked up a name not like Jamie. I'd have picked up something like Taiwan. I would have picked up a name that I would have remembered. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Second of all, if when we sat there at the thing when we were playing the games and stuff, and when y'all bum rushed me with it, I said, "Baby, who is Jamie?" And we've been calling me and Jamie was talking, and I said, "Baby, who is Jamie?" See how quiet we got? That's how quiet he got.
Yeah, he did.
This all started with Jamarco. I don't know why he did it, but this all started off with him. I don't know if he was trying to start mess or whatever to keep it lively or whatever, but he started it. He came to us and said it. He said it. I was never gonna say nothing about it
But I'm
because I was like,
saying,
baby,
so let me ask you this though. Why would he come to you? Did y'all say something? Did y'all ask him about the perfume?
I said, I see now, I don't know. I don't know how it comes to him. Oh my God, I
That's
don't
what I'm trying to
know.
figure out. Like, how did it get to
Yeah, so
him and
I'm
then
saying,
go
how
to
did it
him?
come to him?
Oh
Are
my
y'all
God, I
asking
don't
him questions
remember.
about it?
Oh, I don't remember. I don't remember. But I do remember the conversation where he said Jamie's name specifically. So that's when I said, well, if Jamie got, I said, well, how did Jamie get it? And Jamie was like, Jamie never came up to me. Jamie gave me a
Yeah,
call.
you did say that.
I said,
'Cause,
well,
yeah,
how did Jamie get it? You know, I'm trying to put two and two in my own brain. Because the only one that stuck by me the whole night, when
Was
you
it
look,
my
you can
turn?
even look at this footage right here. This is the closest Jamie got to me. And
Yeah,
Jamie had to get between me and Jamarco
and
because
Jamarco.
Jamarco had me thinking that he bought the liquor and the cars and stuff. But I think Jamie did all that.
I did
I
all that.
what Jamie did. He called
But
me.
Jamarco was the one that presented it to me.
I think
That
I
is
called.
DeMarco.
I think I called either Country Boy or Greg. I don't
You
remember
called
who
me.
I
You said
called.
you got it from Publix because I remember you was the first
Yeah,
one there.
and I said, well, what kind of
You talked about
liquor
the
or
liquor
card or what?
store. You
Yeah,
said what type of liquor
exactly.
she like. I remember you asked me that.
See, he looking at it now. You see Jamarco, he looking at it now. He like, I got that bitch shit. He looking at it. Look at her. Everybody else head is he got it. I'm telling you, he got it.
Damn,
Because
DeMarco.
because Jamarco helped me put my necklace on. He
That what
took
you
the
said, and you
He
said he was the
did.
one to help you take the bags to the car too, and everything.
I'm telling you,
He
Jamarco took the
yes.
price tag off my necklace because my nails was too long, and I was like, "Baby, let somebody else do it because you nervous. I'm nervous. We just got in. Like it was a lot."
It was a lot. Yeah, he and I remember Jamarco talking about the price of the necklace too. He's our girl.
Mhm.
Well, Misa's husband spent a pretty penny on her stuff. I was like, well, as he should. That's her husband. Like the fuck.
See, that's how
Like,
you
what do
know
you
he
mean?
got it. I swear,
Yeah.
Jamie, he brought your name up first. I don't remember how, but your name came. He said, Jamie, I
And,
didn't want to
and,
say
and the
nothing.
thing about that, Miss, you got a point. Jamie not even in a group enough for your husband to really know Jamie. Jamie
He
only seen him
not.
a couple of
Jamie
times.
only filmed, and when me and Jamie and them were filming, my husband was going to promote at the club because
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
we did all that Sparky stuff, all that over
Oh
there. The
yeah,
first,
that's true.
my husband was not with us. I mean, he wasn't with me. We
Man,
were together, but he
add up
wasn't
now
with
though.
me because
He helped you take the stuff to the car. Your stuff was
no,
so he
he. I
had to
think he
get
helped
it.
me take it to the door. I think he helped me take me to the door because me and my husband, because I don't even because Taiwan, I was because I came back in. Some way I came
Mhm.
back in. I talked to
And I
Taiwan.
think
I said,
Taiwan was
Taiwan,
the
you
first
going?
one
And
there.
Taiwan said,
Taiwan
yeah.
left, and I think we stayed and filmed the scene.
Right, right. I think he walked me to the glass door because he was like, "I love you, happy birthday." And while he's saying all that, he reaching in my bag because I'm saying y'all don't know me and my husband got into it about that perfume. We got into it because he was like, I ain't gonna lie, and then he mad already because I promised him because I love Monica and he had got me VIP tickets and backstage passes to go see Monica the next day. So
Mhm.
that's a
Yeah.
double whammy.
And you couldn't get out the bed. I remember that.
And when he was like, he was like, "What the other perfume at, Misha?" And I was like, "I don't know, baby. I'm sick. Go get a towel. Like, what the fuck?" And he like, "No."
Yeah.
He went out there, y'all. He tore my trunk apart. He tore my car apart.
And one of perfume like $300.
The door, the new one. He bought me two.
Girl.
He bought me the one that came out before the new one, and he bought. I think the new one spray white. When it spray out, it's white, and it change colors when it hits your whatever, or your clothes or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He bought me both of them.
Girl.
Jamarco got a lot of answering to do. You got a lot of answering.
Oh, he got a lot of. Oh, please let me have a good dress to have on. Oh, please, what these colors gonna be so I can be dressed to kill with my veil on, so I could dead this bitch. Oh my God, Jamarco! And then you go and tell Jamie you didn't do that, and then you apologizing for when you see the sit down with him. He said, "I'm sorry, maybe I was drunk and I
Mm-hmm.
misunderstood the question that was." He's saying all that. I said because my husband don't
Hold
know Jamie.
on. It wasn't no question because he brought it to me.
Right.
I didn't go out to ask Jamarco about. I didn't know nothing about. I didn't know nothing about nothing until Jamarco brought all this shit to me.
Now you know this evil bitch. And I promised something told the only reason why first of all I was drunk. And then I said, well shit, I ain't ready to go home. I said, baby, let's go. We left out of Bulldogs. And on
Hmm.
the way, I said, no, I said, I'm not going to Jamarco house. I ain't getting put out tonight.
Oh,
And me and my husband looked at each other and said, you know what, let's go get something to eat and go home. We went to Gino's Pizza, got something to eat, and I started to go. I said, well, baby, let's just eat and then go so I won't be that drunk. And I was like, nah, I don't feel like getting put out. My feelings hurt. Nah, I'm not doing it. So we came home. I wish I would have known it was a real kickback.
baby, I wish you would have. But because when Jamarco and I were talking, Taiwan pulled up because he was outside on the patio. He said, "Well, girl, look who look what the cat dragged in." I said, "Girl, ain't it funny seeing Jamarco here?" And then Jamarco was like, Taiwan, I don't trust you. I want to talk to you because I feel like you in on some shit." I'm like, "Girl, what would he be in on?
Right.
Girl, what would he be in on?" And I think not too long after we talked, Country Boy, did I call you?
Yeah, you called me.
Mm.
And see, y'all, Jamarco used to see me in the fucking club and turn his head and like he on his phone. And I asked him, I said, bitch, you used to see me in the club and turn
Mm.
your back and turn your
Right,
head, but
yeah.
I didn't know how to approach you. Hey, how you doing?
Right.
I never did
It,
That's
nothing
that.
to you.
That's
it's
that
been plenty
guilt.
of times like that until I think last week was the first time he approached me. But I've seen him in Bulldogs plenty of times before then. And we've seen each other. And he's never said anything until last week. One of my friends was like, "Can you get Jamie?" And then got my attention. I was like, "Oh hey," and that was it.
Well, I'm telling y'all now, when he get close to me, I'm gonna steal his car keys, and y'all better not say nothing. I'm gonna steal his.
Well, Misha, he might have been avoiding you in the club because he smelled like your daughter. He didn't want you to go
Probably
around there, you know.
so.
He smelled it. He's like, that's what my perfume went.
Nice, like you do.
He had it on.
Baby.
I'm telling you, he wouldn't say nothing. Like me and him would lock eyes, and he would, and the convers, and me and him hashed our a disagreement because I was like, I'm not mad with you. I'm disappointed in you because you didn't have to put us out.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't hurt my feelings. You didn't do none of that. You didn't have to do it the way you did. You put this bitch out. This the bitch you say you hate, and then you turn right around and tap this bitch on his shoulder and let him in. I asked him all that. I said that didn't sit right with me.
Well, wait a minute. He said
Yeah.
that didn't happen.
Child.
He said what didn't
That's
happen.
He said that didn't happen at all. He said that
You,
didn't have no conversation.
you know
That's what
what?
that what
Babe,
was told
give
me
me your
last
credit
night.
card. I'm about to go. I'm about to put an ad on Craig's. I mean on Grindr, y'all. I'm trying to get book room 2222, and y'all come. All y'all come bungee jump in me. That boy did do that because when it happened, J Dot came straight to
yeah.
me.
I'm about to get
J
off.
Dot sat by me at the card table.
It's
J
all
Dot
these
like, guess
lies. I
what
can't take,
happened?
and I'm hungry, and I want some mac and cheese.
J Dot
All
said,
right,
Misha,
man.
guess what
All
happened?
right, Jamie, honey.
All right,
Yeah,
brother.
I'm about to. I'm at Taiwan's, and he having a little one too. So I'm gonna slide out, y'all.
All right.
All right,
Okay.
All
baby.
right, brother.
Happy Juneteenth.
All right.
Listen, y'all, don't take nothing on the way out, honey. I don't care what it is. Okay, keep your things close to you. Okay, keep your things close to you.
I know. Bye bye, baby. I like
Mm.
DeMarco. He did that. Did happen. Greg, you was there. You know that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Cause
Yeah.
you had because Jada said I didn't have no money. Greg paid my way. Greg know what happened. Cause you end up having to pay his way to get in. I think.
Yeah, I think I do. Yeah, but yeah, they definitely had. I don't know what they talked about, but a conversation definitely was had. I know that. I don't know what.
Jada came to me. I was sitting at the car table. Jada said, "Misha, guess what happened? Sweating and all." I said, "What?" He said, "Jamar."
Sweating it
he
off.
said. he, he said, Jamarco just tapped me on my shoulder, this, that, and the third. And I looked at him, I said, bitch, you a motherfucking lie. He said, I swear to God, Misha, when I looked at Jamarco, I think all of us had got into a huddle because Greg got agitated about something. Greg started yelling at us. Greg, because I'm gonna cancel a whole motherfucking season. Then y'all not gonna do this fucking boy like that.
Yeah, that show was.
Because Greg was like, everybody can't be against J Dot. This boy got his part to play in it too. And
Yeah.
we was like, oh, the principal got us all in the office. Y'all better straighten up.
Like,
So when
it's like
I
Jada
talked to
not
Jamarco that
innocent,
night, I
but
said, we need to
Jada
talk.
it has to be
I said,
square.
this is not the place for it. I said, but we need to talk. Maybe that week, maybe the next weekend or that Sunday, because that was like a Saturday, or that following day, I seen Jamarco. Me and him had a conversation. I was never mad with him. That's why I did not understand the sit down. I didn't understand because I was never mad with him.
And I was
Because
never mad
No,
at him.
it was more than the
exactly
first
because
room.
after
The sit down was
we
more about
hashed
the
out our
first room
disagreement,
clarity.
me and this boy still was talking. Now, granted, I did feel some way in my trans spirit that when he talked to my husband, he had to touch on my husband or whatever. Now, I
Mm-hmm.
did get agitated with that, but it was nothing to the point of
No, Misha, it wasn't that child of problem. It was because you remember he didn't. You remember at that point when the perfume came up, he had stopped filming. So
right.
y'all sit down was more about the perfume clarity because I was trying to, because he was saying that he never so he was saying that your husband did say that. So my thing is to do is sit down and get clarity because I'm like, well, the husband saying that he never said that.
Well, don't you think he should have had to sit down with my husband instead of me?
Yeah,
Because
I,
because
I feel like if anything, both of y'all or something like that.
exactly because when I told I told I called Nord. I swear I called Nord, or Nord called me something, and I said, Nord, did you see this, or did you see this, or did you hear anything about this? And Nord said, allegedly, but girl, I don't want to be in it.
Mm,
Allegedly,
Jamie.
somebody told me Jamie got it. That was a conversation with me and Nord. My husband wasn't even here. Now I
Damn,
am
Marco.
puzzled on how it came up with all with me, him, and my husband, because we did have a conversation, and he said Jamie out of his mouth. Did I ask
But your
him?
husband only said Jamie because he was pointing at directions. Is what you saying?
Yes. Did I ask him? Maybe I asked him. I was like, "Oh, honey, somebody stole my perfume." And then maybe it came out like that, and that's
Yeah,
what he said.
but for sure, you never said nobody name though. You
I
never
ain't say
said
nobody name
yeah.
because truth be told, and I love Nor. If I would have expected somebody to get it, I would expect Nor to get it.
Why you say that?
Because Nor is more androgynous than the rest of the cast.
Okay, got you. Because okay, I see what you're saying from that perspective. I
From
see.
that perspective, I would have expected Nor to get because Nor is more androgynous than the rest of the cast.
Mm-hmm. Because the only person that helped you take your baths was Jamarco and Jamie, right? Or just Jamarco?
I'm thinking it was just Jamarco because remember I kept on running back and forth. Cause remember me and Nor was taking pictures.
Yeah.
And when I did get up, I think Jamarco helped me up, and I was like, "Nor, come, we about to go to."
Yeah, I know. I know it was
Remember? Oh my
Jamarco, but I'm
God!
trying to see was it
But you
Jamie?
know what? We gonna have another sit down because you can't do because I'm telling you.
You can't do a one-on-one because if everybody's around, then
Yeah.
he can't lie.
Right.
Well, yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
But when I asked him, he did say this in our sit down. He said, "Misha, I really think your husband said Jamie." I said, "My husband don't know Jamie."
He didn't say thing. He said he
He
said.
was like, "Misha, you sure?" He was. I was like, "No, are you sure?" And he was like, "Well, maybe I was drunk and I misunderstood what he said." And I was like, "You were drunk. You had to be because of all the people, Jamie had only that was like my husband, like second or third time at the most, and I'm stretching it, knowing Jamie
Yeah.
or seeing
But
Jamie,
Jamie
and
didn't film
Jamie
a
name
lot.
never really, Jamie name never came up in filming.
Nah.
But now you make me want my perfume.
Well, that's good and gone now.
Ain't it gone? They turning that bottle upside down and shaking it to get them last squirts
Yeah,
out.
he done sprayed that down.
Yeah, like I
It's
said,
gone.
this had happened.
But
I found
no.
out literally 5 weeks after
And
it
see
happened.
how you gonna go, and then now how you gonna go to a kickback and turn your own lies around?
Yeah, I'm saying he telling Jamie that he
Now
didn't say
you
that,
the
but
one told Jamie
Jamie
that
lied
my
on
husband
him.
said that watch you and this that. You the one started that. Now you go tell Jamie I didn't say that. You didn't say that. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's deep.
How you gonna go spin your own
Yeah,
lies around
that's
the? How you gonna bend that corner?
yeah, Jamarco. If you listening, you
You
got a
the
lot
one
to answer
started
for.
it.
You in here listening right now, Jamarco?
Nah, you know
Well,
what? I'm clutching
you got
my
a lot to
$1,000 necklace
answer
my
to.
husband brought me, honey.
And that's the one he got for your
That's
birthday?
amazing how you could do that.
Misha, that's the one for your birthday he
You
got?
mean this boy just had to sit down?
Jamarco, I
We
said
was
they ain't gonna
singles
miss
where
it.
we live and we learned to
They ain't gonna miss
sing.
that money. He probably said, y'all ain't gonna miss it. He'll get you another one.
Well, like I said, it's always good to get resolution, but to me, you can't get real resolution unless you be 100% honest. That's how I'm big on. If I know you lying, I'm like, nah, you gotta put everything on the table. We can move past whatever. It's just you have to be honest by 100% that you think you said.
All
And
right.
I'm telling you, country boy, he brought that money stuff up to me. I didn't know nothing about it. He to me and he said, unless he didn't say that you was mad at him, but he said unless he mad at me about this money, and I said he asked you for money. He said, yeah,
And then the money is 20 or
he said you
$30.
needed
Boy,
money for
please.
it was a weekend. You said I gotta have something by Monday. I can't quite remember, but he definitely brought that money
Did
up.
you believe it? Did you believe it, Greg?
I didn't. He kind of showed me a message, so I didn't. It wasn't like I believed it or didn't believe it. I was just like, "Oh wow!" I said, "He asked you for money." I was more shocked, so I didn't. I don't. I didn't process it as like I believe it or not. I was just like, "Oh shit!" He asked you for money, and he was like, "Yeah, that's what exactly what he told me at the bar."
Well,
I'm
country
so
boy, you know not to do that again, country boy.
no,
Please
I'm
don't.
so no, I never. But the thing
With
is though,
nobody.
and I can show
With
you,
nobody. Cause
and I
baby,
can
them receipts will come back to bite you in your ass.
no. And the thing is, in the text message though,
I can't believe that boy doing that.
I never asked for a certain amount of money. I never asked for a certain amount of money. I never did.
So what did he apologize to you for last night? Because I heard him saying, I apologize, I'm sorry. I heard him saying that. What did he apologize for?
For just stop talking to me.
So you
He
you
just
don't know
said
yourself why y'all stop
And he
talking?
never told me that. He
he
never
said
just straight out and said he don't know why. He just said we was,
he
like I said, we was running through scenarios on why. We never got to the conclusion. We were just like, that's weird that country boy not talking to you or whatever. That's how the conversation was going. I was talking to telling him because I thought you stopped talking to him. That was my perception, to be honest. So I was like,
no.
and then we were just running through scenarios on why you stopped talking to him.
Man, I was a friend to this man, dude. Y'all chewed me out because I went back and told him the conversation
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
y'all chewed me
Ooh.
out. So
yeah.
I was being a friend, telling him, hey, this is what was
Yeah,
being said.
because for me, it was more about when Misha called me. I was just like, okay, and I'm gonna say this again. And anybody that really know me and Jada relationship, they understand. I get in Jada as even more like. So I'm not trying to protect Jada. That's not never my thing. My thing is always when I have a group of grown people and they not being fair. So it's like, yeah, Jada might have did this, but Jamarca was also doing things, was calling him names, were calling him Flavor Flav. So it was just like y'all wasn't looking at that. So I was frustrated. Where it's almost felt like Real Life in Music season 2 narrative again, where we're gonna all just beat up on one person. And it was like, no, if we're grown, mature people, I don't have to like you, but I'm gonna call you out if we having a group conversation. I'm be like, no, you wrong for that. So it felt like that was the direction of the narrative thing
But
going.
I'm
So
gonna
that's
ask
why I
you.
was
I'm
saying
gonna
to
ask
me,
y'all a question. Don't
even
it look like I'm a messy bitch? Cause I'm in everybody's business, don't
because even between
it?
Misha
That
and
Nah,
Jada,
supervisor make me like a messy bitch.
From
I'm in
from the
everybody's
trailer scene,
business.
like it from the trailer.
even
It
between
gave.
Misha
Let
and
everybody about their business.
hold on, even
And
between
then when J-Dot get on me, I want to bag down.
but even between Misha and Jada, I never said it was just like no Jada,
Oh my
you
God.
was wrong because you remember that scene that's coming up. Remember he walked off. You wasn't there,
And
country boy.
Jamarco just texted me about 2 weeks ago.
You remember that country boy?
when he walked off.
You remember Jada left. You remember that
No, he
scene?
was like,
No, no,
I
no.
need. He was like, I need to watch this movie. And like
Misha,
just a random text. I need to watch because he
Misha,
called, and I think I was in the shower. So when I got out the
Misha.
shower, huh?
Hold up, baby. 1 minute. Do you remember that scene? What I'm talking about? You wasn't there. You remember when you heard about it? Cause you called me. It was a Sunday.
Yeah, it was a Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a Sunday. You remember when Jada ended up leaving the scene?
Uh
Yes.
huh.
So you remember that scene? That's when we had the boot 360 when y'all was all sitting at that table.
Yes.
Oh,
But you said
oh, yes,
the
yes,
country
yes,
boy
yes.
wasn't
I do
there. You was the
remember.
only one wasn't there.
But yeah, I
It was
recall.
everybody else but all the table. But yeah, I say that to say even that situation with Jada and Misha thing like that, Jada was totally wrong in it, and we was telling him like, no, you. So it's like when you deal with a person, it's okay to deal with a person as an individual versus if we in a group, if we calling one person out, we got to call everybody out in a group setting. But
Right.
if a person is wrong, when Misha got into Jada, ask Misha, I didn't say nothing to her about that. Or the job like no, and even when Jada, remember he called you, was like, I quit the show. And I called, say Jada, I
Yeah.
said, you put people through on Real Life and Music. I said they just doing what you did to Karma them. This how they feel. I said so you gonna have to stick it out. So it's like no, it's like everybody can get theirs, but when it's time for everybody, if it's a group, it should be equally distributed. It can't be a
Hmm.
situation where everybody gets. It's not. That's not a show
Like
I want to produce. I'm sorry.
And that's why
That's
I
why you
went in it.
you just said what I was
I
gonna
did
say
not say
because
nothing about
sometimes people let
nobody
that
that
go
I
on.
couldn't back up. The things that I said was from my heart, and I meant what I said, and I said what I meant.
No,
If
always. You have
because
never
if
backed
you go
up.
into
I
the
won't say that about Misha. She ain't never. All when they say you said, she said, "Oh yeah, I said it." Even with Jamarco, she said, "Now it's some stuff coming up that I said about you." So she already like put it out there like that's just
yeah,
yeah. So
because I said some bad shit because I wasn't mad with you. I was disappointed in you because you didn't have to play it like that. You didn't have to play it like that. And
mhm.
you can't just cut people off and think that it's over because I'm not talking to you no more. No,
right.
and
Yeah,
that's the thing.
and that's so funny though that I didn't know he cut y'all off, country boy, because we was sitting at that table actually going through scenarios on why you and him not talking, and you mad
He
at him.
he could, and as Jamie just said, he left the group chat. He just stopped talking to us,
Wow.
And DeMarco purpose.
and he apologized
I
last
think
night for that.
I think Jamarco is the type of person he try to get ahead of the narrative, and if he don't get ahead of the narrative before it bite him in his ass, he run and hide. You
if
get
he
what I'm
was,
saying? Because when as you're gonna see on the show, when me and BJ had already heard when him and what you call them scenario. We hadn't
Yeah, I
already heard
did.
that they fucked. But I need you to say it. You're
Yeah.
not gonna say we messed around. You're not gonna say I know
Yeah,
him. You're not gonna say, oh, I
Misha
know him
said,
from old. No, you're gonna
Misha
tell me we
said,
fucked, you sucked dick.
Misha said,
You're not gonna tell me that.
it
And
was
when you
funny
see
when
me
Misha
ask
said,
him, oh yeah, we fucked. Oh, okay then. Say what it is. Don't just give
no,
out no scenario. Oh, I know him. Or oh, me and him messed around. No, what messing around? Me messing around could mean y'all went jogging.
that's why I was
Messing around could
laughing,
mean y'all
Misha,
just kissed. No, be
when you
specific
said,
in what you say.
when you
So
said to
he's
him,
trying to get ahead of that scenario.
what's
Because
that
I don't
noise?
think J Dot was gonna ever say nothing. I don't think J Dot was ever gonna say that him and that boy messed around.
I don't think he was J
And
Lo
when
gonna
I
say that
asked J
either.
Dot, J Dot said, and when I asked J Dot had said he was not gonna say nothing because he still wants to fuck around with the boy.
No, he said.
And I'm gonna be honest,
So
J Dot told me they were still cool though.
I don't get where his angles are coming from.
He was trying to play in the storyline, but it didn't work out. It was a failure.
Now I'm still gagging that I honestly didn't think that because the way we was having that conversation that night, it felt like from my perspective, and he was going along with it like you had cut him off, country boy. I did not know that he
Oh
would start talking to y'all.
God. I don't do people wrong. People do me wrong. I don't cut people out for
Hmm?
if I'm gonna cut you off, that means you was fake as fuck, and I can't fuck with you no more. But he just cut me off. I did nothing to him. I basically kind of defended him though, but he got mad because I didn't take up for him in a situation that he was lying about. I'm not gonna look stupid on camera. Like no, So that's why he was. That's another reason. No, that is the reason why he was mad at me because I didn't take up for him that day. When Jada was telling us that they had a conversation.
You talking about when you called him and told him about the scene earlier that Saturday?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Jamarco, you didn't tell me y'all had no conversation.
Yeah, you showed. Yeah, you
But
was.
Cuthbert, what did you say? You didn't take up for me, huh? Girl, bye.
Yeah, Kamisha was so mad that day.
What day?
You remember that day when remember Country Boy and Nar came in like that day? You remember that day that Country Boy told Jamarco about the scene and you called me telling me that Country Boy Jamarco
Oh,
called.
I want to fight Country Boy that day.
That was a lot. I was telling Nar, I was like, no, it's not even that. It's like let's all stand in our stuff. Like, listen, trust me, I want everybody to get their fair lit. If you did, but I'm not finna. No, you're not finna run away. Everybody can get theirs. Nobody hears anything. So that was always my perspective. It's like just like Jada to take his, y'all make him take his. So you ain't if you did something wrong or something ain't adding up, the people have a right to ask questions. I'm sorry, they have a right to ask you and like, nah, that don't make sense. You ain't exempt from questions when you
And that's the thing, Greg. And that's like I told Jamarco. I said, Jamarco, I said when J Dot was into it, where they wasn't into it, when they was debating back and forth, him and Country Boy you were chiming in. I said, but as soon as I turned the tables and say, can I ask you a question? You said no. And if that's what y'all want to talk about, we could get our stuff and go. So I got my hot pink outfit up and walked on out.
Right. With the good wig.
With the good wig.
The curly Sue wig that night. I remember that night, girl. Child, he put
And
up
then
clean out.
And then when we went to Bulldogs, which was a block and a half over, Jay Dot running up to me telling me, you did this and you did that. And I told you, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's just like me stealing Greg camera and then putting in somebody's purse and say, oh, they got your camera in their purse.
Right.
You can't do that. And that's the only reason why I was upset with him. But when we talked about it, I was over it. But you're not gonna sit there and say my husband said this about Jamie. I know my husband ain't say this.
Yeah.
I know Emmanuel didn't say that. I know he didn't.
Yeah, I remember that night. You pointed
Because
out.
you
You
and
said,
Emmanuel only
you said
had one conversation without me, and that was like 2 minutes. And I was listening. I was only steps away from y'all.
Mm.
Like, come on, bro.
Granny gets to another team. It's right.
You put a ring on my finger. You
didn't want you to end up in.
So, Misha, let me ask you this though: did you take NAR advice? Do you, when he asking you about, are you nervous to bring your husband around a group? Are you looking back on that
Oh, I was
now?
supposed to go that night. I didn't go.
Huh?
And J Dot called me and asked me to come. I mean, not J Dot. Nora asked me to come, and I didn't go. I
What
felt
night
so
you talking about,
bad.
Misha? Misha.
Why you on the track? Why you on the track? Oh, she there.
Yeah,
Oh, never mind.
yeah. He was doing some modeling shoots,
Oh no,
and he
no,
asked me and BJ to
Misha.
come,
That was
but
my
I
question.
didn't. I was drunk that night. I be getting drunk, Spilla. Shit, I got to unleash all this gay shit. I be drunk.
Hello, Misha. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So my question was, when NAR was sitting down with you in this scene right here at the park and was telling you, asking you, are you nervous to bring your man around a group? Do you feel like that's advice you could have took, looking at everything now?
Okay, I'm gonna say this, and y'all are all grown adults. I'm gonna say this. I don't own an individual. I own a car, I own wigs, I own a TV. I don't own an individual. If you can sleep with somebody and they say I choose you over them, you didn't take anything away from me. That's a grown individual that make their own choices. But I think with Nard's situation and my situation was totally different because of two things. My husband, quote unquote, because you never know what tomorrow brings, is into trans women. There's no other trans women on their platform for them to take him from me, if that's what you want to say. And secondly, him
Mhm.
and that boy already had problems going into the show.
Right, that's true.
So the show just amplified that. And
Mhm.
I looked at when I looked at that, I said it on live. I say they not fighting behind they not fighting this boy, they fighting behind something else.
Yeah,
Something else is going on
you said
there.
they fight for their relationship.
They fighting for their relationship. So no, I'm not like that. I don't, stuff like that don't, if you could sleep with the person I'm sleeping with and they choose you over me, be that as it may, but they ain't getting their gifts back.
I don't know, Misha. You said in the scene that you're gonna have to fight.
Now, if you be disrespectful, yeah, I'm gonna slap the fuck out of you.
Hey, because I ain't gonna lie.
Disrespect it.
In
Now,
this scene, Misha was looking like you need to tell somebody else that, not me.
yeah, disrespect. Now, come on now, Greg. If me and you filming me and my husband, and you passing my husband sticky notes, you're not disrespecting him. You disrespecting me. I'm gonna slap the fuck out of you.
Mm-hmm.
That's different. But if he choose to sleep with somebody and he like them over me, and I ain't tickling his fancy no more, you go ahead. But you ain't getting none of the shit you bought me back. You ain't getting none of the money you gave me back. You ain't getting nothing back. So it's cheaper to keep her.
Right.
Misha look like I know you ain't talking about me.
No, ma'am. No.
The situation I
But
was in,
I get where his line of questioning was coming from. I get where his line of questioning was coming from. But no, I don't think that applied to me.
Okay.
But I answered the question because he proposed it to me. But no, I don't.
You don't
I
think
don't.
that applies to you?
Y'all look at relationships like that, like somebody can take somebody from y'all.
No.
You can't take nothing from me. You can take my perfume like somebody did. You can take, but you can't take an individual from another individual. You know what I'm saying?
What Misha the streets was saying, you got a receipt for him. That's what the streets say.
What they
You got a
say?
receipt. You got a receipt for Emmanuel. It's in the street.
And that bitch is COD. No, ma'am. Now you be disrespectful. That's something different, Spiller.
Yeah.
That's something different. You sneaking
Yeah,
and
yeah.
touching on my husband, or
Yeah, all
cause
of that.
shit happens every day. I'm an old girl. Shit happens every day. You know, we walking out these rooms with these big wigs and lashes on, thinking we got somebody, and they looking for the next best thing. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you're right.
Mm-hmm. You're right about that, man.
So it's no, I would never, you know, I would never put nothing past nobody, and hope they don't put nothing past me.
Right. If they know.
If
Uh,
they know,
Country Boy, what did you talk about your performance in there? I know you, and also too with Country Boy, you're gonna really see this season him getting back into music. So I think you were just getting back into music when you started filming, right?
Right, I was just getting back to it because I haven't put out music like in a while. But like the show motivated me to get back in music though. Yeah,
Are you
definitely.
gonna put some new stuff out while the show airing? Do you have anything coming up?
Yeah. I'm gonna definitely put some new music out for right before the show air. So
Yeah, I
I
think
definitely was
that was a
saying.
good showcase that night.
it was
Yeah, I really wasn't expecting that many people to come. To be honest, I did. The space that I had at first was bigger than the space that I had it at. So I didn't know how everything was gonna turn out, but everything turned out good though.
Yeah,
all the
Everything turned
girls,
out.
all the girls was suited and booted, honey.
yeah, that
Yeah,
was
they can. Yeah, they came out. They came out. They definitely did.
I really thought you and Jamarco friendship was gonna go the distance. I honestly did. I did because y'all seemed
did
like
you,
I
Misha?
did.
I know you said that you thought it was fake because of he only befriended because remember he was trying to be you, and then when he after y'all felt like he had just befriended
Right,
country.
but I was thinking after I made that statement, I was like, well, they got more in common than me and him.
Oh
So,
yeah, that I
you
was saying.
know,
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, they got more in common than me and him did. So I could see how I feel to the wayside, you know. But, you know, but
Not
him
sure
and
to the
you
way.
know, try they'll throw me to the side in a minute, honey. Bitch, with your wigs and makeup, get out, bitch.
Hmm. Yeah, you know, like I said, I guess I'm still processing. Like, I didn't know he was the one that cut y'all friendship off.
Yeah, it's like he did. Like one thing about me though, like I said in my music, I'm a real ass person. I know because I've been through so much with past friendships, stuff like that. And just because people have done me wrongs like that, the next new people, I don't do that. I don't look at them like, okay, they're gonna do me this way too.
Yeah,
I don't go into a friendship like that.
Yeah, that's how I am too, country boy. I move like that
I
too.
don't I don't do that. But like when
But
you start fucking with me and I see you being fake, then yeah, I gotta cut you out. To be honest, yeah, me and Jamoka, we talking now, but we'll never be back cool like that. Cause now I can't trust you. I'm a Gemini, so I can't trust you. You fucked up my trust.
I did tell him, I say, Country Boy looks like the type of person, he takes
mm,
that word friend to
serious.
heart. So if you're not gonna be his friend, don't call him. Just let it play out like it's gonna play out. I said, but if you feel like you're gonna be his friend and be a true blue friend, call him. I think you should. But if you not, don't because he takes that word seriously. He puts that word like that's my family.
Right. And yet
Nah.
it was cool. He took accountability last night, but I still can't fuck with you like that no more. I'm sorry.
Facts. If you got that in you, you'll do it again.
You're
Let me
right.
ask y'all a question. Why is it when people do you wrong and they think, oh, I'm sorry, they feel, oh, we gonna get back like we used to, so I could call them and text them anytime and this. No, bitch, you can
No,
pretty
it's
much
gonna be weird. It's gonna be
yeah,
weird.
that's like you doing like you ate the
I
last
think the
pancake,
only
bitch, at
way
the last supper.
I think that's the only way that can work is if the person you did wrong want that back. I feel like, but if you the person wrong, you can't go in there like that. But if like in it, like let's say this situation, if you Country Boy is saying that Jamarco is the one that caused the friendship to go crazy, right? If
Right.
Country Boy want it back like that, I feel like it'll be okay. But if the person that hurt him want it back, I think you can't go in like that. It make it weird. But if Country Boy like, bitch, let's just move back. Let's just get back like we used to. I think you can go back to that because the person you
I
done wrong
can't.
have given you grace and mercy. So like I forgive you. So therefore, I'm willing to give it 100% of chance. I think that's the only way it can work.
No,
But if the person that did the wrong, you have to be very cautious and you have to wait on that person that you did wrong to. be willing to give you that chance again.
I don't
I
like
just
Yeah.
weird
don't. I
shit. I
just
don't like
don't
weird
get.
shit.
And I
I
be
can't.
like them scenes that we was doing. I be playing them scenes in my head. Me and Jamarco did some scenes together that nobody even knew but us three.
Hmm.
I thought we were like, you know. So when he put us out, I wasn't hurt, but I was like, damn. Like somebody.
Yeah,
You ever been like in a fight with somebody and they throw a
you
punch
just
at you
thought
and you
y'all was
miss?
much closer than what y'all was.
I did because I was the one about to ask him a question.
Yeah, yeah. You felt, oh, it's Misha. I'm asking the question.
Yeah, I was like, I'm a special bitch. I'm about to ask you a question. And that bitch looked at me and said, if that's what we gonna talk about, I done said what I had to say. Y'all can get y'all stuff and go. And
I
walked
had,
us outside. And J
I
Dot
had,
and Greg was still left behind.
Right.
That's what really got my goal.
I had too much to drink that night.
J Dot must got some
Yeah,
good
yeah.
dick in that
You don't keep people out your house. They're just so like you just don't do stuff like that.
ass.
If you invite friends over, you can't get mad and kick everybody out. They're disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that do make you like, I never really go to a
Yeah, I'll never go back over your house again. Like I would never come over there again. I wouldn't feel comfortable.
yeah, because I don't know what I can say and not say,
Yeah,
because he's like, I don't want to trigger you. So
I don't want
it's
to walk on eggshells when people do stuff like that. Every time you're there, go home, get out my house. Like I hate folks who be like, get out my house. You ain't said nothing but a word. Yeah, 'cause I'll never come back over
Let me call my Uber.
here. I definitely leave.
yeah, that do make you like, ugh, do I want to go put myself back in this situation?
I feel like I just bite the bullet. I'll be probably mad about it, but I wouldn't kick nobody. I'll probably walk off and go in my room for a second and come back and let the party get done and be like, yeah, I never invite them over again.
Right. Yeah,
I
you
said
have
something
to
like that to
right
myself,
child back up, but I ain't gonna kick you out.
but they don't kick you out the house.
Yeah.
And that's why we couldn't be back cool like that because I don't know what you did this weird shit. What is weird you gonna do?
They telling people you borrow money, all that
Right,
type of
that's
stuff.
what I'm
Like people
saying.
don't just do stuff like
No,
that.
he said he asked to borrow money.
But still, like, you don't do that. Like friends don't. If you cool, you don't tell another person that what another person did when it
Spilla,
comes to money. That's how I look at it.
it's 2025. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. They'll put your
But
home
I
business
just don't
out.
do stuff like that. I mean, I don't be like, oh, somebody called ask me, can they borrow $15? It's just like, oh, okay, that ain't got nothing to do with them.
And
I don't
I'm
know.
so careful of telling my business to people though, to be
Yeah, that's what I'm
honest.
saying. He crossed the personal line with you because it take a lot to ask somebody for some money. You feel like you real cool with a person if you can go to them and ask them for some money, like you trust them.
Not no damn $500 though. That's
He said something about it because I seen it. Because when you showed me the text, I said, "Yeah, that's the text." It was something like you asked somebody, asked how somebody was doing, and said, "I need something to Monday." I can't remember, but when you showed me your version, I was like, "Yeah,
so
that's."
listen. So I didn't get the opportunity to ask him for amount of money. He told me that he just gave his sister $400.
$400, yeah, or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that's what it was. Some similar text like that because it was like something like, "Hey, what's going on?" And then, but what did you say? Then you say something like, "I needed money," or somebody I can't quite remember, but
I
it was
said I needed like $15 to get to work. That's what I had. But I never said the amount of money though. I just said I needed to get to work. And
mm,
that's when he came up and said that he don't have it. He just gave his sister $400 some dollars or something like that. And I said, okay. And after that, we continue to text. We
yeah,
continue to talk on the phone.
yeah, even in text message, it was just I seen the whole thread, and
Yeah, you ain't making no issue. You just like, oh, yeah,
I
he
even
got it.
said,
Okay,
I
cool,
was
move
like,
on.
No, it was no issue. I
because I
can't
even
get
said,
mad.
I said, "Oh, y'all still talking after that?" I said, "So that couldn't be it." It was a long thread. After that,
The
it was like
gir-
a long thread.
the girls want to lie on a real nigga.
Like I say, he didn't say, but I like I'm standing about what he said. He said he used the word that this could be it. Cause like I said, he not telling me he's the one that cut you off. I'm thinking you the one cut him off. So we're not even considering He's the one. That's why I was just like, that's weird. And we were just having a conversation on why you would, why are you acting funny? Are you just going with the group? Like we was just running through those scenarios. And then that's when he said, I don't know. Boom, boom, boom. He said, well, unless about the money. I said, he asked you for money? I'm like, country boy asked you for money? I'm like, y'all must be really close. That's what I'm thinking. My mind is alarming to when he was like, about the money. And I said, he asked you for money? That's exactly how I said it. And he was like, yeah.
Well, he know what it was. He apologized last night, and you can even ask Noah. He apologized and said he was so sorry, and kept saying he loved me, he loved me, he loved me, he loved me. I'm so
And that's what
sorry.
he was saying at the table too. He was like, I still love him, I support him, all of that. He kept saying that now. He did say all of that too.
Oh, I
But
appreciate you so much.
but the thing about it though, I just
Uh,
understood. Even I was like, okay, I felt like when I was like, he brought up the money thing. I'm like, okay, I see where this is going. Cause it's like, bitch, I'm the producer. Of course I'm gonna say something to him. I'm gonna ask him about it. Of course I would say so. Just like I told Misha what that boy said about her. Of course, I was like, okay, I see where this going, but he asked for money. And now he was like, yeah, and then he showed me the message. He was going up on the phone, like showing. I was like, y'all still talking after that though? He was like, yeah, I know, boom, boom, boom. And I was like, I said, and I said, well, maybe he just doing it because the other people doing
nah, I'm not a weird ass bitch. I'm
it.
not. Shit.
So if he said that he didn't bring up that money, I'm like, Jabarco, how I knew about some money then? Because I
That,
ain't know
that,
nothing about
that's
nobody
what
else.
he said. That's what he said.
He said he didn't say that.
No, he said he didn't say that. So I said, you know what? We just gonna do it.
No, he definitely brought it up. I didn't. How I know about even the money scenario.
I know. I'm not
You are-
slow.
you was at the club. I remember we was at the table. I was on one side. You was on one side. We was talking about everything, and I probably brought your name up, but he definitely brought up
I
about
mean,
the.
because y'all was at the top. Y'all was at the top,
We was
wasn't
at
it?
the top. I remember
At the
exactly
top,
what we
yeah.
talked about. And then after we got done with that, that's when the boy came up and told her what Misha stuff said. He told me that. I wouldn't just lie on him. No, I don't have no reason to lie on him. He said it. But like I said, he didn't say you asked. We gave a scenario. Is that the reason why you mad at him? That's what was said. He never said this is the reason why, but he definitely told me you asked for a certain amount of money from him. And he said maybe that's why he made. And I said, he asked you for money? He said, yeah. And he picked up the phone and put it in my face. He strolled up and then I see y'all messages after the money talk. I can see y'all messages still talking. And I said, well, y'all still talking after that. I said, so that couldn't be it. And we started talking about something else or whatever.
And I showed you my message and told you I
Yeah, you
didn't
did. You
unsend
did.
shit. I didn't
You did.
unsend shit. And
Yeah.
if I did unsend shit, it'll say it in a screenshot. You can't miss it.
Yeah, he definitely told me that. I just I ain't even allowed him, man, because I
I
didn't know about no money scenario
I
to
was
you.
never mad, never for what.
Yeah, he not. Oof, Jesus.
Ooh, these girls, the lies. Ooh, they need to go to church. Sinners.
Yeah, church won't help that.
Yeah, he definitely told me that. I don't know. That's why I was like, girl, not. But then, like I said, when he showed me the message, I could see the conversations going after that. So I said to him, I said
Right.
that could be it. That's why I felt like he just wanted me to know you asked for money. Cause I was like, that could be it. Cause I could see y'all message thread go all the way up after the money.
Jamarco is so serious.
Right.
I was like,
I didn't know
deep.
he was like that. I thought he was just quiet because when I met him, he was just, like real laid back and quiet.
Uh-uh. You gotta watch out for them. The one lady back quiet.
I see.
Shit.
What's Jamarco sign? What is he?
I can't. What is it? I don't know.
Mm-mm.
I just know he definitely said that country. But like I said, he didn't say you ad, but he alluded that's the why. And I took it as like just because I've been doing it so long. I said, okay, he just want me to know that country boy asking for money. That's how what I took it as. Because I'm like, this had nothing to do with the conversation.
That crazy. I got this just had that experience with him. I mean, I wouldn't let that stop me from being cool, knowing cool with him or whatever. I just
Yeah,
be more
no,
cautious.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I just
And it should be forgiven. I just want people to just own what they say because it's just like You said like, oh yeah, I said it, bitch. Yeah, I was mad or whatever you got to say,
Bro,
but
yeah, say you were mad. That's why you
yeah, but
said it.
I definitely said he definitely
Yeah, I
told me.
think people respect that more if you be like,
Yeah,
if you
but
like,
I'm
yeah,
like,
man,
hey,
I was lying. I
imagine
said
he's
it.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, we can move forward,
But
bitch. I want to feel you,
but the
so I
thing
said,
was, he didn't have no reason to be mad at me though. What
yeah,
was the reason?
But some people be having their mind, other stuff be going on, and they get mad about it. You will never know till you talk to him or the
Well,
reason why he was mad.
I talked to him and it was apologies and I'm sorry.
Because
The
it probably
whole
was something
time.
dumb. He probably just
but
got
you
mad
can't
about something.
apologize for something you said you ain't say. That's weird.
Yeah. And I just said we just gonna do it.
Yeah, because you ain't did nothing. So the best thing to do is
So,
just, yeah, I know I ain't
what
did
did
nothing
he
to him.
say? He said then? Did he say he said anything?
No, he said something about maybe because the reason I was mad I stopped talking to him maybe because I asked for some money but then he was like no I know this is the reason I don't you don't you yeah I can't even talk shit.
But I'm
Damn,
saying,
I'm
did
getting
he? So
sleepy.
he did acknowledge that the money thing did come up.
Yes, but he didn't like was like he said it was never no $500 or nothing like that. And because he was like, why would I even ask for $500? I was like, yeah, I mean, that's what he said. Ask Nord. That's what he said.
No, he said I can't exactly remember the amount, but he brought up while we having the conversation about the money. So that's why it went up my head like, okay, I feel like he just wanted me to know that. And that's when I was like, he asked you for it. And then he showed me the message of like, so I can't quite remember what the message say because I'm listening more than just looking. So I'm like, I'm in tune with what he's saying. And that's when I'm asking my question too. I said, oh, he asked you. And he said, yeah. He said, unless that it. And then when I noticed y'all was talking after that, and I was like, no, I don't think that's it. If y'all having a conversation after that, and then we was like, well, that don't make sense. Why you be mad at him? That's what we kind of came to the conclusion.
Well, I feel like the real truth not gonna come out unless it's an intervention.
I think
Oh,
unless
yeah.
he just say that he said it. Like I wouldn't say okay. So I'm
Well,
not quite sure about the amount, but I know he brought up and said he alluded to that y'all might have fell out because of money. I know for sure because that I remember hearing that because when he said that my antenna went up and I was like he asked you for money, bro. And he was like, yeah, I remember me tuning into that, but and then that's when he picked up the phone and showed me the message. I can't remember what the message said because at that time I'm like, listen, I'm like, what? And then when he showed me the message of like, y'all still laughing, what's up, brother? All of that, I'm like, nah, that couldn't be it.
make
So
it make
that's
sense.
how that went. But it was more so the whole point of the whole thing was I was like, I felt like he just wanted me to know about the money part. I felt like they didn't have anything to do that. That's how I felt when he told me that.
I mean,
Because
that's all it was to
yeah,
me,
so when I
listening
see
to
the
it.
message,
Well, I feel like he was trying to throw you off.
told me about what though? Because I feel like you the one start talking to him. That's what my perception was. I didn't know that he started talking to you.
Yes, he stopped talking to when he stopped talking. He stopped talking to me and Jamie at the same time when he left that group chat.
Mm.
And Jamie said it when Jamie was up here. He left the group chat. So me and Jamie like, what's wrong with him? Why he just left?
And he never gave y'all no explanation.
Never, never, not to this day. Still don't know.
Dang. Well, maybe we'll find out. We'll find out soon.
Mm. That
We'll find out
I
soon.
promise you the way we was having a conversation, the conversation was all about you, her, and him, or you not talking to him. Because I thought you just stopped because he wasn't in the group no more. That's what my perception.
No, I was still
That's what I,
talking to
that's what I was
him.
even telling him in person. I was like, I feel like so that's what I'm saying. It was never nah,
He
it was
wasn't even in the group no more when me and Misha Noah and Jedi sat down and talked.
yeah, he wasn't.
Think
That's
about it.
yeah, you
Well,
right.
well, maybe y'all will find out premiere night.
uh,
And the drinks get the floor and questions start getting asked.
okay. With some hot chicken.
Well, they always say, "Great, it's a brew with that bitch,"
bitch.
and I'm gonna find out what that is.
Have a little grease on your stomach.
Get a little boost, a little energy.
Little energy.
Get a little liquor courage in you. Get some of them strong drinks.
Yeah, he said nah. Like I said, I'm so it just making me look so different at the situation because, like I said, in my head, I really thought you had stopped talking to him.
No,
I
I
really
promise
thought
you,
that because I
no.
just felt like I said maybe Country Boy just doing it because the group. He never told me one time that he was the one cut you all off.
Yes, he cut us off.
It's like
Mm.
he cut all y'all off, and then all of a sudden he started coming back around.
He only started come back around because the show finna drop.
And I think me and him had made up by then.
Like, okay.
But I thought y'all had a different situation. That's what I'm thinking. It was all about that. I did not know it was his choice to not talk to y'all. I'm thinking from my perception, you personally, Country Boy, it was you that had did him wrong. That's what I'm just thinking because I'm like, I don't know why I thought that to say, but I definitely thought that, and that's what we was talking about in the club. So that's why we running through scenarios on why you be mad at him.
Because like we was
Oh
I
going
yeah.
out,
he
we
cut
was
you
going
off.
out.
We would never be talking about why Country Boy would be mad at him. You see what I'm saying? We would never be
Right.
got to the money because we wouldn't be running through scenarios on why you mad. If I would have known that he was the one that dictate y'all being friends.
The whole time while he was sitting there telling you he don't know why we mad, he sat there and said last night that it was him. Like he told Jada, it was him. I never did nothing to Jamarco at all. I never stopped talking to him when he left the group. I was still talking to him, communicating with him. We were still going out, but out of a sudden, when I came back and told him what happened, at the scene, me, Misha, Jada, and Nord,
Mm-hmm.
he was mad because I didn't take up for him. But I'm not gonna take up for you, and you lying. I'm not gonna look stupid on camera once
Oh
again.
yeah. That
Mm.
probably what that probably what it was though. He got mad because he didn't take up for him and just was like,
Yeah,
"Fuck it."
yeah,
Yeah, that's why like he don't expect me to take up for him like he take up for his friends.
yeah. We did talk about that night too.
Well, them ain't no friends. Then they sit there, they lying for you. I don't do that because I don't want you to lie for me.
Mm.
That's
If
just
for the
me.
Gemini's like that, it's crazy how Gemini because Shay was the same way. She a Gemini and she was like, I ain't finna lie for you
But
for us to
twin,
be cool, like for us to be cool.
Right.
I ain't
Yeah.
finna play into your narrative.
Narrative.
That happened.
Yeah.
right?
I genuinely like I said, and we talked enough about you. I like you for the show, and I told him that. But like I said, I don't think I feel like with, and I don't know. Demarco just have to just stand in it because he definitely brought up that money stuff to me, Country Boy. I would never knew about it. I did not know the scenario of being money being asked. And like I said again, what I know for sure, I don't know that I could be off on the amount, but he told me it's a possibility when we was talking that you might not be talking to him because you asked him for money and um he couldn't give it or whatever why he couldn't give it, but he said maybe that's the reason. But when I seen y'all still talking, y'all like, what's up, brother? I love you, whatever how y'all talk. I was like, no, that couldn't be it. And we went to another scenario. That is
Right.
he talked about in that club that night. And that's what he brought up to me. I did not bring it. I just thought, honestly, I felt like you had just stopped talking to him because the group as a whole, he wasn't on the show no more. That was just my perception.
Mm-mm.
I'm not knowing that he's the one while we sitting there talking that he the one cut you off.
Right. I don't understand why he just didn't say it. Say that.
Right, that's what I mean because we would never
Yeah.
been went through a scenario of why you mad at him. If he would have been like, "Oh, I cut him off because she fake," I would have been like, "Oh, what?" Oh, and I would have
Right.
got into that. We would never have to go to a scenario on why Country Boys cut you off if I would have known that. You see what I'm saying? Because if I known like you the one decided y'all not being cool, I would have been like, "Oh shit," and I would have got into the why. But we was running through scenarios on why you quote unquote being fake to him.
Oh, she was trying to get her camera time, girl. She missed.
We was just drinking. We weren't even
Oh,
filming.
oh, oh, y'all just well,
Yeah, it was just at
she
the
was drunk.
club.
Yeah, that was in the club.
She thought you
That
were
was in the
filming.
club just drinking,
We was
Oh,
just
she
that was at
thought.
the
drinking, having
table.
a conversation.
Oh, she thought you were filming.
So don't know if I promise you, like me, I feel like the food to even entertain a conversation. 'Cause I'm like, bitch, is you the one to cut him off? Why are we running through scenarios on why Country Boy cut you off?
Right.
If
Waste of
He
time.
confused. Everything he do confuses
waste
me.
of time, because it's like, bitch,
That
I'm
like
thinking
the
Country Boy
perfume
just being
situation
fake.
confusing.
Oh, you
This
on
situation
drugs?
confusing. Yeah, I mean,
If you would have been like, no, I cut Country Boy off because I feel like she didn't take off me. I would have been like, we would have, but we run it.
respected that. Like, oh yeah, I understand it.
Yeah. I was just really thinking like you did that boy wrong. I didn't think you. I just felt like because I feel like Country Boy just going with the crowd, like in there. That's kind of what my mind was kind of geared to. If I'm just being transparent to you, so that's why we running through scenarios on why you cut him off, and that's why he was like, unless he mad at me about the money, and I said he asked you for money, and that's how we got on that topic.
Well, at least, like when, like it or not, at least when J Dot get in situations, his stuff do make sense. He makes sense of the shit he got going on.
Yeah.
Like when he get into back and forth, he don't like run from it. He stand there
Oh
and
no, Jada ain't gonna run for. He might look crazy, but he ain't gonna.
yeah, like he'll stand there. Yeah, he'll stand in it. I can respect that. You can't be mad at the person who stand in it and be like, yeah, I said that. Oh, this, that, and that. I don't be mad at people like that. I respect it and just move on. But if you going in circles and then you get more angry because they lying.
Right.
Hmm. I don't think like but like I say to declare, he never said you that was the reason why, but he brought it up, and I felt like you brought it up because you wanted me to know that. That's how I personally thought too. I was like, okay, shit, this some messy shit, but
Bro, that is mess, ain't it?
That is messy, yeah, like because money, when people borrow money is like I don't know. This just people should
yeah,
know that.
yeah.
And Greg, you know what? Thinking about it now, Jamarco really been messing with me. I don't want to say nothing because it's in the show, but he really been messing with me though. And I even brushed it out my shoulder though.
What you mean?
When it was a scene with me, Ty Warren and J Dot,
Hmm.
and he went back and said something.
Oh yeah, yeah, because you remember I had y'all to talk about that. I was like, Country Boy feel like you giving him a pass, but with J Dot, you ain't giving him no pass. So we did talk about it because you remember that's how that rumor you said that you told him that in private.
Yeah.
So when he brought it back to the group, I was like, yeah, you're right. I remember
So
that.
it was the first time like, okay, this is my friend. I did say this. So I ain't gonna sit there and say I didn't say it.
But he was
But
saying because you,
but
but
now
you,
think about it,
and
that
now you
damn
see the
friend, why
scene.
you going back being messy?
Now you
We
see
can
the
talk on the
scene.
phone.
Now you see the scene. I'm saying it right.
Yeah.
And
So,
you
Country Boy,
Damn,
did
bitch.
you meet Jamarco on the show or y'all been knowing each other?
No,
on the
on the
show.
show.
Oh yeah, I would have been. Yeah, that would have been. Yeah, I
But,
would have been
but,
like,
but now,
yeah.
because I think because it's different when you hear him say it, you be like, damn, she really was
That
trying to throw me
that
under
was
the
the
bus.
red flag right there.
Yeah, because I remember, because even remember Jada was mad. Jada was like, so you not mad at Jamarco for? And he was like, it's the truth. I was like, okay, that's true. It is the truth.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yeah, because as you see the scene, Jamarco like, I'm gonna get Country Boy to say it. Country Boy said Jada put Mick it in somebody's draw. Like, ooh, not the Mickey.
And I sit there and I'm
Not the
like,
Mickey.
I'm trying to be me and Jamarco, we trying to build a friendship. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I did say, it ain't like he went back and said
And
something I
I
didn't
like that
say.
about you. It's like, yeah, I said it. It maybe that it don't maybe look the best, and maybe I shouldn't be gossiping. But I'm not finna not lie. I'm not finna spin a story. There, I said it. Just gossiping.
Also, you did say that, Country Boy. That you did
I
say
I surely did.
that. So did that really happen, or you just was just talking?
Oh
But he said he
Lord.
heard it from a friend.
That was told to me.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing this other stuff and it's coming out to be true. So is this true? Let me shut up. Wait till the after
Yeah,
show.
like I just can't believe Jada is just. Maybe it's not even as me. I just can't believe Jada do all this. I don't believe. I just can't believe it.
But
And still,
but country, well, you remember what I made y'all do after that, and I had to shut it down because remember afterwards I said y'all got to do a scene, and when we did the scene, it was a whole bunch of nothing. I said, "Yep, we gotta. This ain't gonna go nowhere."
yeah.
Because you remember I had you and Marco do a sit down about that topic. Because I was like, this is something serious. We can't play about this. So let's
Mm-hmm.
let's put y'all together. He said he got it from you. You said you got it from. Let's talk about it, or we're gonna just have to dead it.
We can do it, but I mean, that's what was told to me.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying I didn't at that time though. Um, at that time, you remember we didn't tell you at the time right away that Marco the one
Right.
make it told to the group, so you didn't know what like
I
what.
was shocked.
Yeah, you were the was, but you was like you was so mad at Jada. You were like, child, it's true shit. Fuck it.
So to you, Country Boy, it was like it was just a conversation on the phone with my friend. It didn't supposed to go nowhere. It was just a
Yeah.
conversation,
It
like
it
all
re-
that.
it, re- it really wasn't though. I wouldn't expect him to go back and go run his mouth though. Like, girl,
Yeah, you can't do nothing but stand in it then, because like you said, you did say
oh
Right.
it.
yeah, I did
Even though
say
you
it.
didn't want him to know that, you know, you
Yeah.
had to be like, yeah, I said it. I heard the rumor, I repeated it. We all do
Mhm.
that. We all repeat stuff
Right.
that we
But
hear.
but
We
you
don't know
see
if
how
it's true
so
or not.
easy we can move on after that. Let's move. You
Mm-hmm.
know, but if you be like, girl, you didn't say that. What? It be like, girl, I know you like, and it makes a different thing. If you just stand in there, you be like, yeah, I was just talking. You know.
And shit, I ain't give a damn. It wasn't me.
Right.
Shit.
Maybe he didn't expect you to stand in it. Maybe he thought you were gonna be like, I ain't say that, and then
That
he was
look,
gonna have
that
his
and
moment. You did tell me that.
see, people be waiting on me to lie, but you're not gonna catch me in a lie. I'm gonna tell the truth. If I did something, I'm gonna say, yeah, I did it. Yeah, that was me sucking dick on and bulldogs. Yeah, that was me. But if I want to do it, if I ain't do it, hell no. The fuck?
He said,
Mm-mm.
yeah, bitch, I did it. Shit. Yeah, I feel like that's always the best. Cause then we can honestly move on because I know everything that you done. We can't move on if I don't know everything that you done, bitch. How we move
Right.
on?
Exactly.
We moving on, bitch. We did a show. Yeah, I said it. Or I even say I might have said it. I even play with it
I
that
don't
way.
mind. I did.
No, but I'm saying even the girls that don't like to stand in their shit, you know, even I might have said it. That leave
and
a
I
maybe. So
and
okay,
I
I
don't
can work with
understand
them.
why they don't like to stand in their shit though. Why? Why not? What you want to tell a lie? Then they gotta cover up that lie.
Cover up
Cover.
a lot.
Come
You working
on, nobody got time.
overtime, and then
Who
all of
got
a
time for
sudden
that?
you mad at everybody because you lying. Bitch, just say I
Yeah.
lied. I just was talking shit, bitch. You was made me mad. I talk shit.
Right. What's
That's
hard
what we
about
do.
that?
What's all? Yeah, I stand in mine too.
Yeah,
Country
I
Boy.
said
Somebody
it.
said, you
Yeah.
said, oh yeah, I said it. Oh yeah, I
Oh,
did call you boring. I did call you boring,
yeah.
but
I was just playing. You know, keeping
Just,
you know,
you
just like,
whatever.
just like I was finna
Innocent.
get jumped in bulldogs, and they said that ask you did I say something, and I mean did I state my opinion. I said yeah, I said my opinion.
Right, you sure did say that.
that was so
Shit.
funny. Cause at that time I thought Country Boy gonna bad down. But I was like, oh yeah, Country Boy real, but he's standing in
No.
Oh, I
it.
said it. Yeah, I said that.
Even if I would have got my ass beat, and I would still got up and said yeah, and I still said it.
Country Boy said, yeah, I
The
said
fuck,
it. Country Boy said, yeah.
the fuck, shit.
Yeah, you gotta
I said,
stand
Country
in
Boy
that.
he stood at
That's
his.
deep. It's
Respect.
like yeah, and that's that one thing about we. I know about the Jada. He'll stand it. He gonna be a deer in headlight for some of us.
Yeah. But Jedi, he stand in it. Like, he gonna stand in it.
Girl, and try to give you explanation on why. Girl, just say you don't like the girls. Damn, you know these long bullshit ass
But
stories.
basically, if you had any part to play in it, Jedi gonna say your name.
Oh
He gonna
baby,
he gonna,
don't.
he gonna
Wait a minute, this I want to say something about trade. He thought he
Oh
was
yeah,
trade.
Oh
let's
yeah,
Trade.
keep
get
playing it. Yeah, keep playing it first. Keep playing it.
okay.
Wait a minute. Trade war.
So he said. So let's get to the next part of the storyline.
Thank you. So this was to motivate me now to do more shows.
Right.
Go back in go back in the game now.
So Taiwan, I guess you can actually
That's how one got excited about it.
say this is kind of like our first little date. We've been wanting all this.
Did you know about him and BJ, or they? That,
You know what? I never knew until now. I never knew. I was shocked. My mouth was out, dropped
yeah,
down.
that's how one been hounding him for a date for years.
Ooh.
Not for you down.
Do y'all see that smile?
Yeah,
Too big.
that's a happy smile right there. Like that's like I've been waiting for this for years.
And then it was a you don't want it too. Watch.
Oh, I've been walking. Don't bluff. You didn't want to have no sit down date with me either?
He got concerned right there.
Girl, don't be scared of that dick.
I was actually looking forward to this today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, like that. I wanted. You didn't want to either.
I did. I was actually looking forward to this day because I was like, I wonder what he had up his sleeve.
The reason why Jamarco is going off on you.
That's why you went there that night for the workout too, was you?
I won.
Yeah, that was Jamarco event.
Don't even
When I told you before what was gonna happen,
so that
guess what happened?
Be a group situation.
Do you know him? I know him.
This is one of my favorite parts.
When he first got out of jail, I met him. And yes, he had some dealings, okay? So, what that mean?
She said, what that mean?
What that mean? Yeah, Mitch want to force to say it. Like, say it.
Okay. Don't beat around the bush.
That could be. He's like, what that mean? And the gas was her and BJ already knew the T. They just was thought they were just waiting for him.
And they wanted him to say it. Yeah, they wanted him to say it. Misha funny as hell to me. Like
that shit too funny. What that mean? She want to hear the word. Get it on camera, bitch. So you can't say you said. What that mean?
Misha like Garcia. She wants you to say
it. Don't watch this again.
I know him when he first got out of jail. I met him. And yes, he had some dealings, okay? So,
we had some dealings. Watch this.
What that mean?
He look like, huh?
He said, yeah, we fuck. Bitch said, bitch, you gonna say this word on camera. Because dealings can be anything. What's up, J-Dot?
Hey, what's going on?
What's up,
Have you
J-Dot?
watched the Super Charlie yet?
What's up,
Yeah, I do watch y'all. Honestly, was just sitting here. I've been watching y'all little live thing for like the past hour. I wasn't even gonna join until y'all just said that BJ and
Misha.
and the other boy had dated. They what?
No, Taiwan been wanting to date with him, and he was kind of like that's why he was like, I'm finally giving you your date.
They wanted a date to do what?
To go together, I guess, huh?
To see what it's gonna happen. What's gonna happen?
To my the dude, what the dude? You know what I mean?
So Taiwan, I guess you can actually say this is kind of like our first little date. You've been wanting all these years.
I've been wanting.
Don't bluff.
So you didn't want to have no sit down date with me either?
I was actually looking forward to this today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, like that. I wanted. You didn't want to either.
I did. I was actually looking forward to this day because I was like, I wonder what he had up his sleeve.
The reason why Jamarco is going off on you.
Don't even
when I told you before what was gonna happen,
so that
guess what happened?
Be a group situation.
Do you know him? I know him when he first got out of jail. I met him. And yes, he had some dealings, okay? So, what that mean?
What that mean?
He said, what that mean? Say what you mean.
Jamarco's like, what's up? Like, I mean, da 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 da. Like, let's hit it. And then it's giving, I ain't really on that shit today. You know, I'm chilling, da da da. And she got her feelings. Like,
I am a brand. Like, he's not on my. What is he going to be? A music executive? Is he going to be the person that's going to put together a show?
I mean, put that dick in him again. He might.
No, I have plenty hoes.
Oh, so you don't need him in your area.
I am going across the world. I'm going to meet plenty other fine hoes. Fine hoes. Like, you're not even a fine hoe. You're just a hoe.
Jedi, what you mean by that?
By what?
You say you're not even a fine hoe. You just a hoe.
You was just somebody I fuck. Like, you ain't got nobody that you fuck that you're not really attracted to, but you just fuck them because, you know.
So they were saying that you fucked him only because he had a big piece. Is that true?
Yeah, that was true.
Oh, that was true.
I mean, you don't need to sit here and lie right now.
You girl, size queens, honey.
No, I was out on jail. Like, I was in jail.
Oh, so you was taking dick? Damn, that's crazy. And I thought you was trade.
I'm still
Jawan said, I thought you was trade.
That's what on that part. I'm trying to figure out how they go from both wanting to suck my dick to both wanting to date. Like, that part just threw me off.
Wait, you said.
Child, remember that first episode, the first recording I did with them? And we got in the car and we took you to the house and it was in there back in the back was trying to get me to pull out my dick the whole time. So, it was making
Oh,
me a little uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I got out the car with you. Because they was making me a
Oh,
little uncomfortable
what?
because they was pounding me so bad.
oh,
Now they made you uncomfortable.
No, it did make me a little uncomfortable because they were so serious about it. It was cool when I just thought that they were just being joking because when I got there, I already knew Taiwan, so it just came off that they were joking. But then they both started tag teaming me, and then before Greg got in the car, he looked back and he said, "I said Greg about to get in the car." And he was like, "What that's supposed to mean?"
Who
And
told you
then I
that?
was like,
BJ or
um,
one?
I want to say BJ said that. So when we got to your house, because we was headed to Bulldogs,
Yeah,
so
we
but
had to
you
put
go to
out.
the house to go drop off something first. So when we got to the house, I immediately hurried up and got out the car, and you was wondering why I got out the car, but I played it off and was like, "Oh, I was just trying to help you." So then we get
Wait, you
back.
said so they asked you just to see it and want to suck it is two different things. Did they want to suck it too?
Yeah, they wanted to suck it. They wanted to have sex,
oh,
and like they were trying to leave together even
I'm
when we got to.
gay.
So
Oh,
I went on here.
Taiwan gonna be
I went
heated
on
when he
here
hear
and
this.
already, that's when So when we got to the club, I think you got me in with your ID, but I made
Yeah, I
sure
get
to
you.
leave prior to everybody because I didn't want to engage with them like that because they kept hounding me and they kept making me a little bit uncomfortable that they were
But
just tag
Jada,
teaming
you
me
end
like
up going home with Taiwan though. So how? That's the night you end up leaving with him.
I was already out the club, and then when Taiwan had came and got me to take me to the house.
But what I'm saying,
Oh,
if you didn't, you were uncomfortable, why would you leave with him?
Because Taiwan I could deal with. I couldn't deal with two people
Oh,
at the
you
same
can
time.
deal with both of them.
Yeah, I couldn't
oh.
deal with both of them, and I didn't even know
Oh,
people.
so did you and Taiwan? I feel like y'all did something that night. Did y'all do something?
No, no, no. Taiwan understood my situation, and I didn't have a place to stay, have a place to lay my head that night. You know what I'm
So,
saying?
so
So,
which
so it was a lot that was going on with me. It
so
wasn't. I didn't.
when y'all was together alone, he didn't try to suck it in, or you just told him
Nah,
no.
he didn't even try me like that because I explained to him what was going on with me. You
So
know what
he
I'm saying?
just
Like, it
tried it
wasn't,
with BJ, is what you saying?
huh?
He never tried it one on one. He only tried it when it was just three of y'all, is what you saying?
Well, we just tried it when it was with BJ. Like, it's not like me and Taiwan ain't never had those talks and stuff
Ooh.
like that. But it's just that in that moment, in that day, now that you're sitting here, you're making me remember everything. I'm like, oh yeah, well, you know what? I was actually in a bad headspace that night. I didn't want to be looked at as just a sexual piece. I didn't even have a place to lay my head. I just had to get through this recording and then try to get back to Savannah and figure out how I was gonna get back. It was a lot of stuff going on with me, so I wasn't in a headspace to want to have sex.
Oh
You know
my
what
So,
I'm saying? So
god.
so did you
Taiwan was
feel like they
cool.
was playing or they was serious?
No, I think they was very serious. They came out very serious because even
Because
it
I
came
kept
back.
seeing y'all, I kept seeing you and him going to talk in a corner. Cause that's the night I let you tell him all your business, and that's how we get to the rooftop.
It is. It is. It
Yeah,
is.
because I did
Yeah,
see
see, I
y'all.
don't remember all of that, but now, yes, I remember all that. Yes, yes, yes. That's how I ended up talking to BJ because we ended up going to the side. You
Yeah, I
know.
do remember that. I seen y'all on the side talking, but I'm like, okay, I didn't know. Cause I thought y'all was connecting because y'all both from Savannah.
Yeah, that we was connected. We from Savannah, but I had a lot of
But
shit
I'm
going on in
saying
my head. I needed to like.
he was trying to. You said they was both trying to suck you off though.
Yeah, that was in the beginning.
The beginning, okay, but when you talk about the
Oh,
situation, they slacked up.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Because I
oh.
needed them to see that I wasn't in that brain space. It's like you wanted to have. It's like
You
that
hear
night
this
with
country
me.
boy?
It's like
Yes,
that
I
night with me.
do.
I'm in a vulnerable moment right now, and I need somebody to care about vulnerability. Like I
Yeah.
need to
So
cry.
so wait, you know what? Because how we even how was they even talking about your size? Then it started at the filming.
It started at the filming because we did that little thing on the table.
Yeah,
Something
you
about
should have
liking
because
each other.
I remember Sparky said something about a lollipop. Because remember Sparky was also getting mad about the lollipop.
This
With
the
lollipop.
beginning.
You remember that lollipop? Remember Jamarco asked him about a lollipop? Yeah, I remember that's that was the night we all went out when we the first day of film we had the game with the whiteboards. We all had to write on
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
That was that night.
yeah,
I
yeah,
remember
yeah. Yeah. But what was the lollipop? What we had a lollipop?
No, Sparky.
Sparky had the lollipop.
Yeah, and he remember Sparky got offended because Jamarco, he felt like Jamarco was trying to say that he sucked dick because he was sucking that lollipop like that.
Okay, I don't remember that part a little bit.
Yeah, you
I'm
you
coming.
you weren't at the table, you was behind them, so you probably don't remember that dialogue. But I do remember that night because I do remember you and BJ having a conversation on the side, but I didn't kind of like put it to, but I didn't know they was trying to like ask to see your penis though. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I was just throwing that in because it was funny just to see them trying to kick it with each other, and they was both bottoms. So I ain't know.
Oh,
Oh, they both.
oh, oh.
So that
So
never was gonna work.
so I was like, what is going on? Like, and I would have not known. I thought they
That
were.
was not gonna work.
I thought that Stevie was his
How
friend
you
for
know?
it.
How you know they bottoms, though, Jada?
Well, I mean, they might not be full bottoms, but I mean, they just give me girly guys. So I mean, they full bottoms to me. They girly as hell.
Was that you can't go off that
You can't
though.
go out there and say you can't make blank statements, though, Jada. That's
I
the
mean,
thing.
I get what y'all are saying, but from a
So
naked
for
eye,
you,
regular person, like Tyler Perry texting that boy talking about something he a top. Bitch, we don't see that. We see you in the beer. You a
Yeah, in
bottom.
your opinion, yeah, you just giving your opinion what you think. Like I think,
Yeah.
hey,
Jada, just stay on you. You all trying to throw other people's scenario. We just trying to say what you talking about. Let's stay here. We got nothing. This a lot.
Okay,
And Jada, okay, so you'll come in, blow up the
they
scene.
too girly to give off and wanting to be tops to me.
You'll come
Like,
in, blow up the scene, and then get frustrated. We ask follow up questions.
Well, do I look like a top?
you say, do you like a top?
Yeah,
Ask me that question. You my friend.
I just asked.
Oh, you look like you a versatile guy. Yeah.
Oh wow! So you're shocking and gagging that they was trying to
Dang. I thought that it was just fun and games when I watched the trailer earlier, so I didn't take it serious till I was listening to y'all and you said that him and Taiwan was trying to date, and I said,
No.
they trying
What
to.
I was saying is Taiwan was waiting for the date from him. I don't think
well,
I
yeah, the
don't know
years, like
BJ is interested in him, but Taiwan was
I don't
saying
think
that.
BJ was interested in him either.
Well, I don't think so. I don't really think he will. I just
I
going
don't
off.
think so. I promise you, I don't. It's not even a thing. I could say I know that was not it.
All right. So outside of that situation, have you and BJ ever talk about getting together?
No.
Okay.
Because I'm not attracted to BJ, so I want to allow that conversation to go far.
You just a hoe. Oh, so you was taking dick. Damn, that's crazy. And I thought you was trade. I'm still the whole time.
The whole time.
You would call me a cum guzzling bitch.
I came over to you respectful.
That's my value.
Girl, you just showed that you a piece of shit. Bitch.
And you just showed that
Damn, Jada.
you a piece of shit, bitch.
Shut the fuck up.
You grind on fucking.
He said Lisa's husband said not to trust me. And I was like, girl, wait, what?
And then this way you want when you talking to my husband. I didn't say, well, wait a minute, what is going on?
You said what?
She said you a grinder whore.
I came over to you respectful.
That's my value.
Girl, you just showed that you a piece of shit. Bitch.
And you just showed that you a piece of shit, bitch.
Shut the fuck up.
You grind on fucking.
He said Lisa's husband.
You grind
A grinder fucking whore. The way she say you a grinder fucking whore, so funny.
She was on you that y'all was going at it.
Said not to trust me.
You must heard it, right? But I don't know if it's true.
We see each other, but we don't really, like you said,
Now you gonna make me want to pop the fuck out your
No, I'm not J-Dot.
Who's that guy in the corner on the right hand side of Nard?
Oh, Jamie, them friend from the club. Jamie and Taiwan friend, I think.
Okay. I'm like, I don't know.
I swear I'm so mad with him because you could have played it. Had to do it that way. You did not. You had to do it that way. And that's why I'm airing all this information out because I'm mad with you.
You ain't showing the real shit. Boy, you ain't showing the real shit because you showed how fake you were. You only proven fake since then. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You can Google me. You gossiping about people is fake.
The country boy, tell me what you told me, and he's gonna literally tell you his friend don't fuck with him because he felt that J-Dot nicked him in a fucking drink.
You fake as fuck. You really fake as fuck. That's fake, but I just got here honest about what I just said. You really fake as fuck though. And you on drugs? Whoa, wow.
Okay, so this relationship is over.
Yeah, not me. Said this relationship is over. How y'all feel about how to replay this back?
Well, it's fine because we done talked like a bunch of times, like we literally just talked the other day, so I mean, we understand the dynamics of everything, so I mean, I can't feel any type of way, I could look at it and laugh because I mean I know that my friendship with country today is still strong, so I think it's enough to where we can. I think we're strong enough to where we can look back at it and see whatever is going on and not take it to heart.
What about you,
Yeah.
Country Boy?
I mean, I agree. We have had conversations, and I have told him like I really, from my heart, told him like how I felt about like that was kind of like fucked up.
Hmm.
You
But would
know,
you say y'all? Because I remember yesterday you saying y'all not as close as y'all used to be, or probably never will be.
I mean, because we don't text every day like we used to.
Gotcha.
But we do speak like here and there and stuff like that. And I ain't gonna lie, I actually thought like we was still kind of like beefing because I would write him on Instagram and stuff like that. And he wasn't replying, but then I had a conversation with him. Then okay, I found out the reason why he wasn't replying. So I mean, we
Yeah,
cool.
it's y'all in a better spot, which is the most important thing.
Yeah, we're in a
Can
better spot.
Yeah.
can y'all get back to how it used to be? Like, or is this gonna be like what it is?
I
Well, no, I think
mean,
it's just time for at least for well, I let Country Boy speak because I can only speak for myself.
um, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think it's right. Like right now, I can't say what the future might hold, but like right now, like I don't know. I'm a Gemini, and it's hard. After when I feel start feeling a certain way, then it's kind of hard for me to get back there, or it just take me time to get back to okay.
Yeah.
We back tight like that.
Well,
I mean, right
the
now,
door, at least the door open. The door
Yeah,
yeah. I
open.
and
mean,
I said that the
we
most
speak and
better
we
thing.
speak we speak and
Yeah,
we have a conversation.
yeah, that would say that's the most important thing that y'all in a better spot. But like I said, for me, it's okay for anybody to be in a better spot. But I'm just a very particular about being in a better spot with a person and they lying. Like on what you say and do, I could be in a better spot with you. Cause it's like, okay, you said it, I said what I need to say. Cause I'm like, I didn't leave nothing on the table. You didn't. But if you lie about what you said, it's like, are we really moving on? So I feel like with y'all both know what each other said, so nothing will surprise you. You know what I mean? At least surpass, because it's like Jade out admit what he said, you admitted what you said, so it's like, bitch, we can either, bitch, you know what I said, I know what you said. It's not like y'all saying
Yeah.
he didn't say that. It's not one of those scenarios. It's just a thing of y'all wanting to move on. It's not a thing of y'all questioning what each other said because y'all kind of know to the degree of what each individual said.
Mm,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I think that's the most important thing that y'all just in a better spot. Sometimes you can't get back what you used to have, but that's okay. Long as it's better.
Yes, because during that time, it was kind of like hard to get to where we at right now.
Yeah,
It's kind of
yeah,
hard to get
exactly.
to. To be honest, I'm gonna be honest.
Especially was after y'all, it really was. It really was.
Cause I don't know, but to me, like that was a lot for me, especially like when I call somebody my best friend. So
To find out all that information like that.
yeah, and I hated that, and I don't want to talk too much about it, but yeah, talk too much about it right now. But yeah.
That's true. But overall, Jedi, what you thought about the super trailer?
I thought it was cool. I thought it was like I mean, a lot of stuff, a lot of things I wasn't there for. So I just thought that it was dope.
Mm-hmm.
From what it was. I had liked the cast photos. I really had liked Country. What Country Boy had. I like how he had rocked it. Like
Yeah,
on the main photo, I think that he looked the best. And then it would come in Nard, Misha,
It's right there.
the boy. What's the boy name?
BJ,
Taiwan.
Taiwan.
You know, because I like how Country look inside of it. Like I love Nard's outfit and his put together. But the way Country made a suit look like he made it look hard. So I was like, oh, I fuck with that. So
Okay.
no, I think the whole thing was good. I think the photos, everything was dope.
Jedi, stop lying. Looking like a preacher.
Who like a preacher? No, boy, that shit look hard as hell. Like for real. You gotta see that photo that Greg got posted onto the thing. Even on the it's a second photo where he got you where you're first. It's like on one of the
Oh, you talking
pictures
about
where
the thumbnails? Yeah, I
thumb.
like that too.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
that's
yes.
one
He
of
did.
my favorites. You talking with
Yes,
your hands praying?
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
Yeah,
yes, yes. That shit is hard. Yes. Cause me,
yeah.
I don't care for like
Precisely.
the straight feet. So I'm more so would be inclined to like what Nard put together because it was custom made and it's just not a regular. I hate regular man suits. I just don't
Oh
like them.
yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
got to be something that's creative and giving that motherfucker, something over the top. So I like that it's over the top. But you made a regular suit look hard, and I was like, nah, he put that shit on. That shit look hard as fuck. Like he did that shit.
Thank you.
Yeah, you ain't wear like Aaron did at the Boss Baby Awards. You ain't had no big fancy suit on. You made you made
Um,
your own.
how do y'all feel about the premiere party coming up? I think it's gonna be like we got a lot of media outlets and stuff coming. How do y'all feel
I'm
about
e- I'm excited. I cannot
Yeah, I'm excited
wait.
about that too.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah, I gotta
So hold
make
on. So
sure
the
I'm there.
premiere, so the premiere party is on the 9th, but the actual show date is on the 15th.
Yeah. So we doing it for Country Boy Go Out of Town. I want
Okay,
everybody.
okay, okay.
Like I said, I think
Okay.
that week I need to come down and get you that week, J Dot, because I need to film your scenes of what we're gonna show you with your cake stuff, and then I
Hey,
need to get you and all of it. Cause I still need to get your photo as well. We
Where
have now.
where is it gonna be at, Greg? Where is it gonna be at?
It's gonna be at the spot. You remember we did the pop the balloon?
Oh, okay. We shot the first scene for
Yeah,
music. That scene. Okay.
that same, yeah. Cause they have more rooms in there, and I feel like that fit more for them because it's not like a music show, but it is stage and all that.
So that's around
yeah,
like near the airport. The
Yeah, by the
airport
airport. Yeah.
area. Okay.
hmm
All right.
College Park,
Yeah,
College
I think
Park,
I'm gonna try
College
to
Park.
make that because it don't like I'm going out of town for 4th of July. So I ain't gonna.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling
I'm
me
gonna
about
try to.
that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go to that because I ain't heard nothing back from nobody. So I'm just gonna
So
try to
black
come to
people, we
that.
don't say no. We just let the day go by. I'm like, bitch,
Yeah.
I ain't say none to you. You ain't say none to me. Just,
It's getting too close. Like I ain't
right.
got time for
Bitch,
all
just say
that.
you ain't want to go, girl. Damn.
Right.
Um. Okay, but Jada, how do you feel about everything playing out with the other situations, or just
I mean, I think everything will play out just like it was because I mean we saw it. Like hell, we saw it. We watched it. You know what I'm saying? People gonna see it. It's just unfortunate, with the situation with the boy. Now I didn't like because I mean I just don't even understand the kid. You know what I'm saying? Why he did what he did. Even to say I listened to everybody talk and Misha saying that he think he the type of person who likes to get ahead of narratives, but I would have never put that shit out. Like, cause it didn't even make sense, cause it didn't even nobody even knew we knew each other. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? So it's like, what really, and to even say for a narrative, there's no way in his world that he could have thought that I was gonna say that. What clout would I get off of saying that I had sex with you?
I
So I
mean,
can't. So you can't. So that can't be the reason because he know that J Dot wouldn't use no shit like that to get no clout. He know J Dot got too much stuff going on to even want to say that. So that don't even. It sounds like he needed something to attach himself to me, for something, and I still don't even understand why he needed to attach himself to me. It's like why can't you just come on the show and be who you are and do your little
mm,
tennis thing?
yeah,
Yeah, so it really don't make no sense to me, honestly. Especially considering how we stayed in contact, up into that moment where he flipped on me and I never really knew why. I still don't really know why, just other than when you just said it wasn't me. But I don't know. People be weird,
Oh,
Shit.
he told you it wasn't you. I mean, it wasn't him.
No, he told me it wasn't me. Like when he stood in
Oh,
Bulldog.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's not you. So,
So he
but
told
then
you
what is
that.
it? Yeah. So like what is it though? Like it's not me. Like you let us get that close to asking questions because now we about to get down to the nitty gritty, and then you put everybody out.
put everybody out.
And remember before that, remember before I walked in, Greg, you told me that he wanted to come downstairs and
Yeah,
get me
he
first.
did. He wanted to come and get you. I was like, no, you
Oh,
sure?
I forgot about that.
So
He
why would
did.
he? What was he gonna come and get me and say? What was
He
he
said,
gonna?
I want
Hey,
to
Doc,
come.
before we
Yeah,
get upstairs, I just want to apologize and let you know. Like what was he gonna do?
Oh
he was
my
gonna try to
god.
smooth it over with you first, get to you first.
Wait a minute, Greg. I forgot all about that.
yeah, he
That
did
boy
want
is
to come and get you.
sneaky as hell.
Cause Jada was the last one. I remember I met you over by on the side road, and
Yes.
yeah, he told me he said I want. He said because it was his place, so he was letting everybody in. He wanted to come. He wanted to come get you.
Hmm, that's weird.
Where is hell?
If
Like
I
it's
hate you,
funny because it don't even make it just don't make
it
sense. Like
it
you went so
it,
hard.
it don't make sense though.
I feel like
But
he must
even
have watched a
listening to
lot of
y'all
reality
talk about
TV
him
and
saying that he's trying to
it didn't
cover
go the
up,
way he
like
expected.
yeah, like even listening to y'all talking about how him trying to like recover up lies, or Misha said he tried to remake up new lies to cover up old lies. You know, it's like what? Like boy, you crazy? Like
I think some people think reality TV is like just made up,
You right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think so
It's
too.
and they
I
go
think so
in with
too.
his lie, and then they get caught up in the lie and don't know which way to go.
Yeah,
And
I
then
don't
like
really.
you can't stand in it. You can't stand in it. Then you tell more lies and it get more confusing. So you just
If you
like
would have
Right.
seen
walk
that night
off.
Spilla, that boy had cut that shit because I just knew because me and Country was arguing, and then it went from me and Country arguing to Greg trying to get answers. So then Jamarco and him started talking, and then from there it was only natural that the next questions that was about to follow were okay. Now let's talk about the elephants in the room. You
mm,
yeah, boy, that boy cut that shit off so fast. I
hmm
was like, what?
Because he didn't want to get caught up. So the
But
best
he
thing he
was
could
so
do is just kick y'all
disrespectful to
out.
all of it. He was so disrespectful to Cass. He was so disrespectful to the time that was being put into recording this. He was so disrespectful to production. It was just disrespect to sit to. It was disrespect to your friends that you have built to just sit there and all of a sudden turn and say, "Oh well, if this is what we're about to ask about or talk about, then this conversation is over." And it
Right.
was like,
A lot.
what the
That's what liars do though. Liars do that. They don't want to get caught.
I ain't never seen that type of lie. That was deep as fuck. Like it was dirty. It was like damn. Like boy, you cut though. And then right after that, to come and meet me in the club and then try to lit me up in line, like that threw me off. Like what the fuck you gonna lit me up in line for, bitch? I'm all the way down here.
Had to
But
lick
it's
you
okay,
up in
J Dot.
line.
Yeah, yeah, just okay, J Dot. You can come up here in front of me. The fuck I'm gonna come in front.
That was the crazy part for me right there. I didn't understand that. I really didn't.
Mm,
After I
Some
told
crazy.
somebody I hate them, like I know I wouldn't fuck with them at all.
hmm
But
And it
maybe he
was
thought it was just
disappointing.
for cameras. He just doing it for cameras, and he was like, oh, "Okay, cut, we done."
That's a
Yeah,
problem though. You
I
that's
could even
that's
take, you know, Country Boy meeting a new friend because I sat here and I listened the whole time. You know what I'm saying before I came on. So you know, I could see even Country Boy taking a new friend and taking somebody you're trying to get comfortable with, and you know, you sharing something that is that you heard about somebody else, that you're having a bad time with somebody, and you express the rumor, you know, the little Mickey thing or whatever. You know, I could even see that from because I sat and listened to you and me knowing you a genuine person. So I could even sit that. But when he took that and he ran with it and then told somebody else just to be messy about me, it was like sucking up, oh, I'm gonna get close to him so I could suck up as much information about J Dot from him, you know, so I can go back and use about J Dot. You
and
know.
you know what, Jedi, you kind of said something to me like that before, but I really wasn't listening to you. But now I'm listening to it, and it all makes sense though.
Mm-hmm. I told you
It
that night.
does.
Oh, yeah, mentioned it to me. It pissed me off. I was like,
Yeah.
bro,
Yeah, you did, you
oh, no,
did,
this
you
is
did. We had a conversation. You
yeah,
did.
I came and told you. Like, no, bro, you
Yeah,
need
when
to
you
watch
said
out for
that,
that boy.
he got what he wanted. You like, got you.
Yeah, I told him, country and boy, you better watch out for that boy. I'm your real friend in real life. Even if we having a fallout, I'ma still be here after this shit over. You know what I'm saying? You better watch out about that person. That person is dangerous because he just flipped the whole story on me, and I don't even know why.
Like, 'cause he got to know that y'all gonna have to get some resolution at the end of this.
Right. I don't think they.
Like, he gonna have to own up to his lies.
And he was trying to make it to where we wouldn't be friends again. If he would have had it his way, he would have did enough damage to where Country Boy wouldn't want to be my friend no more.
Mm.
And then we do a divide and conquer it. Like, oh,
Divide and
I done
conquer.
lied so much, I don't want them to even talk no more because if they sit down and start talking,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna come up, and then now I got
Mm.
to answer to why I said all this to both of y'all.
He thought he did enough work. That's why he had cut Country off because he was like, "Well, bitch, why the fuck you ain't defend me? You sat there and listened to him. You." So he felt like he didn't get enough of work to where Country was just on his side. So when Country Boy didn't prove to be on his side, he just cut him off.
It
I
really
Mm.
think
supposed to
I
happen in the party. It really supposed to happen when he kicked y'all at that party. That's when it was gonna happen. But then he didn't want it to happen then because he was trying to control the
Mhm.
narrative. So he said, "Shit, let me keep these bitches out because it ain't gonna happen tonight." And that's crazy, man. A lot like that.
That's crazy as fuck.
and start all the shit. He start everything, but then he lying.
I'm
He
trying to
gotta
figure
know
out what is
sooner
this
or later
song.
folks gonna talk. Sooner or later,
Yeah.
people gonna talk.
Oh,
Right.
gonna have a conversation.
That boy crazy as hell, yo.
And
But he
Greg gonna
made good
definitely make y'all have a real
entertainment.
conversation.
Oh
Oh,
yeah. So
he definitely
y'all gonna
should
you
know
know
that.
go.
Should know that.
Yeah, it's gonna come out, girl. Own it and just like, girl, okay, so everybody know you be lying, so we can just move on and know how to move.
Yeah, cause folks will still move on and be cool with you.
Yeah, it's
They
like
just know you're a
Yeah,
liar now, so they know you
yeah.
lie. Oh, he lied. He a liar.
yeah, it's not a
But
yeah.
it'd be bad for these liars because they can't just come up and just say they lied and just get it past them. Like it's cool for people to know you're like trust and believe. If we know that you're a liar and we just finding it out, you got people throughout your life that know
Mm.
you a liar. So you are just
But
a known liar. Like
but
just
who
own
wants to be around all that lying though? Ain't nobody got time for all that.
nobody. I don't either. You know what I'm saying? But
But it's just if a person that's owned it, you'll deal with it better because it's like I
yeah,
can watch out from you, or at least I can feel like I can.
yeah.
You
Or
just
I know what to say and what not to say.
please
I know who to be around you.
around
'Cause I
people.
know who
But
you
see, that's
are.
the thing. He wants y'all to trust though. He don't want y'all to be like that around him. He wants y'all to like talk to him and tell him y'all business and feel comfortable with him.
No, no.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. We gotta always think about what we saying. Like, like, and that's crazy.
If
You know,
I
it's
shit
really
on my
crazy.
if I shit on myself at work, I would never tell you. That shit gonna get
Oh yeah, it definitely gonna be told as soon as you got the phone with you. He gonna add
Crazy.
some spice to it too.
Ain't it?
Damn, Jamarco.
Yeah, he went out bad.
That's what it looking like. He went out
Yeah,
bad from the trailer, and the season ain't even started
the season ain't even started.
yet.
Yeah, he went out bad. He went out bad in the trailer.
That's sad. Like, at least when the season get going, you be like, oh, that nigga a liar. Now it's like,
Right?
damn, trailer.
He make all tennis players look like they can't play.
Hopefully he go to the premiere party.
He said he gonna come.
He gonna come.
You think now? You think he gonna come now after this? 'Cause trust me, he listening. He might not be on here,
Oh,
but he
I don't
listening.
know. I think he knew, like he didn't film the last weeks with the group, so he kind of knew what was. He
But I'm
kind of.
saying now, like the questions about the perfume back again,
Oh
the
yeah,
folks didn't talk. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I mean, he had to know that was gonna get brought up though.
yeah. That I'm telling you, like to
He
me,
stole somebody's perfume.
these are grown people on this show, grown.
You're
So it's like
right.
nobody gonna be not having conversation because we talk about everything here. If
So
it's
he
true,
stole some. He stole
we gonna
Misha
talk about it.
perfume.
It's true. But we ain't finna just tiptoe around conversation because everybody talk about what they want to talk about. So no, we talk over here.
I
We
just
gonna
think
talk.
he don't want to own it. He don't want to own it. I just think he just want to be like my bad and move on and don't want to talk about it. That's what he said, telling everybody he's
It don't
sorry.
work like it
Oh,
don't
I'm
work like that
sorry.
though.
We don't work.
Yeah, but so he don't want to talk about it. He just say I'm sorry, and
No,
that's it.
but that's why those type of people, if he lie like that, those type of people never change because they do that. They just disappear or they go to another scene, another city, and start over. Then they find us. No, we talk about it. Ain't no just
Mhm.
That's why he
apologizing.
disappeared for a while. That's why they come around y'all for a while because he knew it was hot. So he felt like, oh, it cooled off now. Okay, let me try to see what's going on with everybody. Let me check everybody's temperature.
Yeah,
So that's why he doing it.
if I lie, I just own it and just oh yeah, sure, I'm doing a show. I put on
And it's
whatever
weird 'cause, you know, I mean,
I'm
me
gonna
just thinking about it. Well, what Skrilla's sitting here saying, there are really people like that. You know what I'm saying? They create chaos and all these things, these narratives, and then when it get too hot for them, they be done moved to a whole nother city and then I created a new identity. You
Mhm.
know, you
Yeah, I
know.
don't mind you create chaos. You just gotta own it though. When it's time for you to get in your hot seat, it's not you can't look at everybody else. Own what you did, because it's gonna be enough for everybody else to go around.
But that's the fact he don't want to own it. So he'll
You
never
Right.
he gonna
don't.
always run. He gonna always run because he don't want to own it.
Mm.
Yeah, and I can't even say. I mean, because I mean, he did come up to me and at least say that it's not me, so I won't have to. Because I was starting asking questions. I mean, my thing was when I was in the line with him when he pulled me in front of him. Okay, well, let me ask you these questions. Like, what's going on? But he shut it down so quickly. It to let me know that it wasn't me. So he didn't even really get me no questions out because he just already shut me up and just let me know, bro, it's not you. Like, so it was like, so then I'm like, well, then you could at least call me up to let me know you was gonna use me for a storyline. Like, you could, I would have played it better with you. You know what I'm saying? We could have made some real TV with it if that's the case.
Yeah.
But
So Jada, let me ask you about the other topic though.
Mhm.
Bando situation. Do you want to rewrite what you said?
No, I can't recant something like that because I didn't say it as if I know it factually. So even if
Right,
Bando, I
that's
know
true.
Bando.
That's true. But still, though, do you? Oh, because he been asking why would you say something like that? That's what he been asking. He not understanding why would you say make that statement?
Why did I make that statement? What
Yeah,
what led to me making that statement that night?
because we was talking about. Remember, I would name all the people that don't do drugs,
Hmm.
and you was like, "Well, Bando like to do his nose or something." You said, "Why you laugh? That's not funny. It's so stupid."
No, I think I honestly, I'm gonna be honest because when I talk to Bando, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna tell him the same thing. I think Bando always likes to he always likes to sit there and talk about me and Dink sexually and what we did sexually, even if it's not
He do?
a part of the topic. Yeah, he said things,
Oh,
and I'll clarify with him, on the other parts that I want to clarify him on. But when he does those things, I don't care for when he does it. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, I just sit there and I just let it ride. So it's like, well, you don't know anything about me factually to sit here and be talking about what I do sexually.
So you
So
just
I'm not anything
you
about
was
you
you
snuffing
was
up your
throwing your
nose
shot back.
sexually, huh?
So you was just throwing your shot back, basically. Sound like you
Yeah,
was.
yeah. I don't know anything about you doing drugs, truthfully. But at the end of the day, why do you always sit there and mention what I do sexually with somebody? It's not even your business. You know what I'm saying? But he's so caught up in
I've
trolling and
never
being
really
a
heard
troll
him
guy.
say nothing about you sexually, though. To be honest,
No,
until
he has. When I mention it to him, he'll know. And then if he want to
okay,
bring it up to y'all, he will. You know
I
what I'm
got
saying? He be like, oh, I do always say that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it's just the truth. Like, why do you say that? Like,
you.
because I'm not somebody to troll, because I don't play trolling. I'm a grown man. Real men don't troll. That's what bitches and faggots do.
Ooh,
You know what I'm saying? So
get out
no, I'm not a
F
troll.
words on the live, please.
So yeah,
Oh,
what?
you can't say the F word.
Yeah, trust because Instagram y'all got me blocked off right away. They ain't even let nobody see my profiles right now unless you go pull it up. So
Well, stop
so
using that language, then, brother.
yeah, you can't use the F word, child. I hate this shit. But yeah, you gotta say F word. Just F word, whatever, I guess. But
Mm.
yeah, nonetheless. Yeah, so
Okay,
I don't
so
want to say
see, I
shit.
like that. I like that you own why. Like now, it can make sense.
Oh yeah.
it made sense now.
Yeah,
Right,
man, see, you got your shot back.
got you.
Got your lit back.
You got your
Yeah.
lit back.
Yeah,
Janice, I've been waiting on the chance to get it.
Yeah,
I
I
got
was like, shit, y'all, enough people be saying you sniff up your nose, y'all. I be listening to the people. I be on your lives and stuff and be watching them. When he get in this little argument, the first thing a person say is he sniff. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? That's the first thing a person come out their mouth and say whenever he get in an argument with somebody. I say, well, there got to be some truth to it because every time you get in an argument with somebody, the first thing you say you sniff.
It's
yeah,
even funnier because
I
how
was
Jedi
surprised
explained
you
that he
said
got
Teddy
his lit
said.
back.
Yeah, no, it makes sense because you had said it out the blue, kind of. So that's why when everything makes sense, it's the truth. But when shit don't make sense, you be like, it's something you're not telling me. So that was the
Yeah,
something you wasn't telling us at the time. You feel like he took shots at you, so it's like, okay, I heard something about you. Let me take a shot at you. Kind of.
yeah,
I got you.
yeah.
That makes sense. It's like I don't like how you speak about me. So when I get a chance to speak
Yeah,
negative,
you speaking on me,
yeah, I'm gonna
you
speak
speaking
negative.
on me negative, like
Right.
shit,
I
I'm gonna
see
tell what I heard, like I
what I
know.
heard. Yeah. Cause it do be like that. It be like this bitch, I'm gonna get my shot back, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna be in the cut waiting on that hoe. I'm gonna be in the cut waiting on
Jedi
her.
said he could have said it in 2019. I've been waiting.
Child, I've been waiting. Child, I ain't forgot nothing. I'm gonna fight these dudes. I remember everything.
I've been waiting for an opening.
That makes sense though. I think I know what you talking about. He be saying though. I think I remember that part. I think I remember something that he did be saying. in relationship to you and D. I think I remember, and I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and it just be like, what? Like, boy, what? Like, okay, all right. We're gonna see because I hate when a person do something and they still be playing up to you as if they didn't say nothing, as if y'all just so cool. Like you playing so cool, but you saying crazy shit out the mouth. It's like, do you
But
really
he
fuck with
probably
me or
just
you
thought it was
don't?
just conversation though. He probably thought y'all was cool, but he probably thought he can say that about you and you won't get offended. To be honest,
Why would you think that you could say something crazy about a person and not get
because I feel like
offended?
he in it from what because he just going out what the streets are saying. So it's just like they just talk about Jada all the time. So let me just chime in and give my not he. It's almost like he not directly talking about you, but he talking about the situation. If that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like I could talk about the situation, but I'm not targeting at Jada and Dink. I'm just talking about the situation they have. So I feel like he's separated from you to just talk about the narrative that has been told about y'all situation. I think that's how he separated. So I don't think he being fake trying to talk to you because I think in his heart he really don't think it's a problem.
Because it's not like we have an issue, but it be those that,
But I'm
that
saying
but
I
then
don't think you know that you don't
no,
like.
I don't think he knows that I don't like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
So you told him that you don't like that.
No, I've never
Yeah,
spoken to him about it, to be honest, because
Okay,
I've
I
never
feel
been
like
one
I
on
feel
one
like
with
you need
him.
to you need to have a
Oh yeah.
conversation with him, let him know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But
and
Dad,
now I mean now we have a reason.
don't wait to get your shot back with me. Just go ahead, because I know I say stuff. I say,
Yeah, just be like, I don't like that. Yeah.
they go ahead and tell me you don't
Because
like
that's
what I
what I'm
say,
telling you.
because
Some
I
people
take
don't.
that
Some
better.
people just talk shit and having a good time. It's like, so I'm separating you from the situation. I'm laughing at the situation. I'm not laughing at you. So I think if a person don't know that, it's your job, Jada, to be like, I don't like that because we work too close together. So I see you too much and often for you to be giving those type of personal
Yeah,
opinions.
you know what
So
I'm saying?
I'm
Like I
saying,
be thinking
no,
picking
no,
up your
no.
music
Don't
and
say
wanting to
yeah,
sing.
J Dot. Hold on. Don't say yeah. I'm saying you need to tell him that. Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, okay,
You have to
yeah.
verbalize that.
Mm-hmm.
Sing.
Yeah, you have
Yeah,
to.
well, they tell me that I like, hey, you taking it too far. I don't like that you said that, and I'll be like, because I do say stuff. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna say it like I'm just don't say shit. I
Right.
say, but if you
No,
tell me like one time, I respect it and I keep it what
yeah,
it
he'll
is.
make some adjustment.
Yeah, adjust it.
No, I respect that.
Yeah, but it's your job to tell, communicate it to Bando to Jedi. You know,
You're
that's
right.
it. Because some people, like I
Yeah,
said, they
Bando,
talk.
he a good listener.
Because
I feel like he
some
respect it.
people feel like they talking about the situation. They don't attach you to the situation, but you like it's too close to home. Therefore, I know you in your head you think you just talking about the situation, but I'm so attached to it. I feel like you talking about me, and I take it personally. And then as you grow and get mature, you be like, you're not as sensitive at the situation.
Yeah,
Go away, you sort of, because it's not so close to you. But I think, like I said, you have to verbalize it because I don't think Vando being fake. Because I think he really don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he know that when he say that or make those comments or whatever he do. I don't think he know that you are offended by that to the
yeah, yeah.
magnitude that you are.
Cause I'm
Okay, I
pretty
can
sure when
go.
you tell him he gonna adjust it. When you tell him, he gonna be like, oh, okay, yeah. I mean, I ain't gonna say that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it wasn't from a place of malice. It was just like,
Yeah, no, no,
okay.
no. Like I said, I don't think none of it matters. Just like you talking about me, but I'm gonna take my shot at you, like with careless, reckless. It's not me. It's just like I get it. I don't think it's that. I think you like you said, it's just like, oh, okay. You don't have cautious about my business. I'm not gonna have cautious about what I heard about
Yeah,
you.
but what say about you? Yeah, I've done it to people before, so I get it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
It's
didn't
like, bitch, when I
did
see you
what
ain't
you
got no
did.
regard for me, bitch. I ain't got no regard for you, bitch. Yep, I heard it. I heard this is what I heard. You don't mind telling what you heard when you don't like a bitch. I heard it.
It is that even if you don't like it, if they always put you on blast, when you get something, you're gonna be like, oh, well, bitch, I heard this. You
Right.
don't want to talk about that?
Yeah. So that makes sense because I was like, it did feel like you pick him out too. Because it was like, why Bando? Now it makes sense. Because yeah, it makes sense now because it didn't make all the way sense. It makes sense.
Great. He was like, Bando, he was like, Bando, what's called new drugs? And Jada was like, here go my chance. That's what I heard. He
Not
said, you ain't finna let
slow,
him off that squeaky clean. That squeaky clean, Greg.
right? Child, the season over with, bitch. Child, I'm taking mine. What you said? Y'all giving y'all opinions. I'm giving mine.
I'm still been laughing about Taiwan and the boy in the car with Jada.
Child, you said they were trying to fuck
Taiwan
up.
gonna be so bad. That's the funny part. I can see how he gonna get so bad about that.
Child, trying to suck the teeth, what's that? Suck the skin off of it. But that girl said so much tea.
No, Jedi, you think if you would have pulled it out, Jedi, it would have happened.
Probably so. Cause I do remember y'all going to the side, and I did think about. I was like, "What's going on?" And I kept seeing you kind of like, but I didn't know that what was going on. But I do remember you. I do remember like something being off, but I'm not like associated with that. I'm thinking like something else. But
Listen,
I,
Greg, Jedi said if he had a bed to lay in that night at home, it would have went down. But he said he had a lot on his mind. He didn't feel like it right now.
but he said he not sexually attracted to them, right?
No, I'm not. I'm not sexually attracted to BJ. Now Taiwan, I see with Taiwan because I like Taiwan. I think he cool. You know what
So
I'm saying?
you'll take Taiwan through there.
I would take Taiwan through that.
I know you ain't gonna tell me, but though my spirit tell me that night he took you home. I said, "Child, they definitely probably did something for me."
No, no, no. Taiwan was real that night because he went to his grandma's house. He had left me. I remember his grandma was real because Taiwan left me sleeping in the car because he didn't know if it was comfortable to bring me into his grandma's house. His grandmama had came out the door early that morning and seen a boy, seen me sleeping in the car and was like, and I heard her, why is that boy just sleeping in the car? And she said, get that boy out the car. He can come in the house. And she said, he had you to sleep in the car, baby? And I said, yes, ma'am. And she was like, no, you ain't got to sleep in no car. It's hot outside. You could have passed out.
What?
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, his grandma was nice as hell. Yeah, when I came in the house in Granny house, she got like a lot of old antique stuff. I mean, real old antique stuff that you will never see nowhere.
Real
Now,
grandma.
yeah, it's one of them type of grandmamas that still got the plastic on the sofa.
Oh, dang.
I like those type of grandma houses.
Yeah, she still had the plastic on the sofa, y'all. Yeah,
Mm.
she was real. I appreciated that.
No, that's what's up. But yeah, I ain't know that was because I do remember getting out the car because we showed this stuff. We left the scene, stopped at my house, put the stuff up, and it was all three of us in the car.
Mm-hmm.
All four of us. Yeah, I do.
Four of us. Who was that? One, two. Oh yeah, four of us.
Yeah, Taiwan was driving. I think I was
Yeah.
at the front. Or was you at the front?
Nah, me and you was in the back.
I mean, okay. Yes, yes. You showed. Boom. Yep. Yeah. So they was looking back there at you together.
Yeah.
Child, like we're gonna get us a snack, baby.
Yeah, they were cool as hell.
A
Because they
snack
keep
before
getting
the
more
club.
tipsy and more tipsy. Especially when we were playing the game and we went outside and they had to come back in the inside.
Oh
Now,
yeah, we showed it to a break. Oh, they were asking to see it then.
yes, when we came back in the inside, I was like, "Oh, these niggas are serious." So that's how I knew they were serious when we got out the outside. They was really pressing before you got to the car, and I was like, "Bro, Greg on his way." And he was like, "Well, so what?" I was like,
We sure did take a break.
Then the Jedi get out of real life cast. Yeah, no
Sure.
Jedi.
"Yeah, that was an interesting day. An interesting day." Country still on the phone? Country done fell asleep, y'all.
Boy, maybe sleep. I'm getting down. About to get out of here myself. Tomorrow I gotta go do confessional. I gotta pick up a car in the morning. Um but yeah, so Jedi, we need to connect on the end. So well, I fly to Houston on the first, but I'll be back the following week. I need to do those scenes unless you don't want to show those scenes.
No, so you said we get that in.
When I get back, like
Well,
around, I get back on July the 6th or 7th or 8th or something like that.
okay, the 6 or 7, 8. Okay, I have my part done. I have something to you too.
Yeah, like, cause I'm thinking about coming down there though. Is what I'm saying. I come to Savannah because um I was gonna come probably a day or two before the night before that Saturday, before that Wednesday the premiere party.
So with the ninth is a Wednesday.
Yeah, the ninth is on a Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was gonna come down there early, like at least 2 or 3 days early to get that the content, so then we can have enough time to get back and for the premiere party.
All right, that's fine. So that's like that Saturday or Sunday.
Right. So I might come down like that. Yeah, most likely. I see what you're saying. Yeah. So yeah, that's Saturday because I fly back. So yeah, between that Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, between that area time, but
Yeah,
for sure, yeah. Because I'm gonna drive down there for sure. I ain't gonna go on no break. I'm gonna drive down there.
that's a bit. We lost him for that.
Yeah, that's
You know.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Spilla,
request my day off. Uh,
you go back to work tomorrow.
yeah, I can go to work tomorrow. Yeah, I've been off
Tomorrow.
damn a whole week.
I know. Final thoughts. We about to get up out of here, guys. Y'all won't see us until we drop the show on some stuff. Guess who
Final
comes to dinner
thought.
come out the next week. So y'all will get that, but ain't gonna be no after show though.
The final
Nah,
thought
no.
for me, it was a good trailer. I can't wait to see the season. It was fun. You know, the stuff I found out, about what's going on now. Can't wait to see how that unfold too.
Most definitely a lot of explosives for the people to see. So
I
just like
see.
the yes, lots of. But I like that it's a it's a good continuation of if you've been following everything, from House of Music. It's a good continuation of everything. So I look forward to it.
Okay, Mr.
Country
Bond.
boy, you want to say something before you finish dreaming?
I been drop country boy. Yeah, country boy good, kicking man. But yeah, other than that, guys, I'm about to get out of here myself. I will see you guys soon. Next week is the fourth or the week after next. Well, the week after next, to the 28th for the Alabama photo shoot on the 29th and 28th. Then I fly
Oh,
out.
who was doing the narration? What was that Nard?
Yeah, in the beginning. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. Yep. So let's do it, guys. I will see you guys soon. Bama, I'm putting their stuff together now that they still gonna drop. They first trailer might drop in what we in June, July, probably like out the end of August, September when they premiere.
Okay.
All right, thank y'all, Spiller, Black Boy George, everybody that came up, Misha.
Yeah, y'all have a good night. I'll see y'all later.
All right, Black Boy George. All right, Spiller, thank you, man. All right, guys, thank y'all so much. Enjoy the trailer. Y'all will get the first episode. Guess who coming to dinner? Hopefully two. I might put both of them out. Because I got some time to the 15th. So I'm, I think I'm gonna be productive and work on those and get those out because I got everything I need. I got the professionals. I just got to put together. So I'm gonna be working on it. Guess who coming to dinner? I think I'm gonna give y'all that before July the 15th. The premiere party going to be on July the 9th. It's going to be in Atlanta, um, south side of Atlanta by the airport. And it's going to be a free event. And yeah, it's going to be the cast and breaking down the show, carpet, food, drinks. We're going to have a good time that night. It's going to Wednesday night, though. All right. Peace in the Middle East.